It's high school hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. Join us all winter long as we feature live San Juan and Monticello basketball. Now, without further delay, we send you courtside for tonight's action. Welcome to High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is Rhett Sifford welcoming you live to the Kanab High School gym alongside Cortland Lyman and Caleb Carr here this afternoon as we get set to bring you one final Region 18 doubleheader this afternoon before we officially head home. It was a good couple games last night for the San Juan girls and boys as they were both victorious over Parowan, and tonight they look to continue that momentum against the two number one teams in the state in both 2A girls and boys basketball as they come up against Kanab here this afternoon. And again, it really goes without saying, up against the number one teams, that you're going to have a tough challenge. And so we look at Kanab as we started off for the girls here this afternoon, and the boys game will follow. That game is set to tip at 2 p.m., so we hope you'll stay with us for the duration. And then after we're done here, we're going to join in progress the Region 19 doubleheader going on at Green River this evening with Monticello visiting the Pirates. And so it will be a full afternoon on into the evening of high school basketball for you here on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. We're glad you've joined us this afternoon. And when you look at this Kanab girls team, only 2 losses on the season. Same thing with the boys, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But man, when you look at their first meeting, they handled San Juan pretty easily in Blanding on December 20th. 62-35 was the final in that one. And so the Lady Broncos looking for something special here this afternoon as they take on Kanab on their gym. For those of you on StreamUtah.Live, you can see the ending of the JV game, which is a close match right now, a 6-point separation, but obviously winding it down here into the last few seconds. But this is the Kanab girls team's third game in as many days as they beat Emory on the 22nd. That was on Thursday. Then last night beat Grand County, and tonight taking on San Juan. And so 3 games in a row these last 3 days, and they have won 2 in a row. They lost to Dixie last week, and you look at Dixie, and that's I can't remember if they're 4A or 5A, what they are, but when you talk about a 2A team playing up like that and playing in a close game, it was only a 53-47 loss for them. And so you know this is a really good team that San Juan's coming up against, and we already knew that anyway. But, yeah, it's going to be a tough challenge for both the girls and the boys here this afternoon in Kanab. Clint Glover is the head coach for the Lady Cowboys. And that's always been a misnomer for me. I don't know. I guess I feel like I should be calling them the Cowgirls, but they are the Lady Cowboys. And Clint Glover in his 7th year has a 138-27 record. So he has been impressive. And when you look at these girls stats-wise coming into this thing here today, and I don't have it updated as of their game against Grand County last night, but the leading scorer, Riley Little, is anything but. She's absolutely huge. She's, I think, 6 feet 5 inches. And so that's the girl that really everything goes through her for Kanab. And she is tough to contain without a doubt. And so we'll look to see if San Juan can find a way to shut her down. But, man, she is averaging 23 points a game. And she's got some help as well. Number 4, Casey Castano, is second in scoring. She's averaging 12.5 points per game. Then it is J.D. Houston with an average of almost 7 a game. Carson Coulter has a 5.5-point average. And rounding out the top 5 is Taylin Kelly, and she has an average of over 4 points a game. So all these girls in the top 5, those are among the starters. Everybody's a sophomore except for Little, who's a senior. So not only are they good, they're going to be good for a while, and pretty impressive. The three-point shooting, this is a team that can hit three-point baskets, and Castano has, has 19. That leads the team. Houston has 16. And then I didn't mention in the top 5 scoring, Kennedy Glazier, the coach's daughter, has 10 3-point baskets on the year. And there's some players right underneath those who are very close in that department. So they can get you from the inside. They can get you from the outside. It's just an all-around tough team to contain. And Riley Little, not surprisingly, leads the team rebounding with 209 coming into this game. And actually, like I said, that may have changed a little bit from last night as the Kanab girls beat Grand County last night pretty handily, 64-20. So it was obviously no barn burner here last night in Kanab. And so San Juan looks to do what most teams have been unable to do this season, and that is find a way to defeat these number 1 Kanab Lady Cowboys. So we've taken a look at Kanab. We've got a few minutes still of warm-up as we get set to go this afternoon. We are glad you've joined us. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about the San Juan Lady Broncos, and we'll hear from head coach Laura Stearns. Stay with us. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Ready to own a home in Utah or Colorado? The Britt Barton team at Primary Residential Mortgage, with over 30 years experience, crafts personalized loans with top rates and expert support. Buying, refinancing, or building your dream home? We've got you covered. Sit with Britt and begin your home ownership adventure. Visit our local pros for all your mortgage lending needs. Primary Residential Mortgage Incorporated is an equal housing lender, MLS number 3094.
Pain or injury sidelining you? Precision Rehab restores you and your loved ones back to peak performance with physical therapy in Monticello, Blanding, Montezuma Creek, and Monument Valley. Covered by most insurances. Call 435-678-3869 or visit precisionrehabutah.com.
Planning a weekend project? Red's Ace Hardware in Blanding has paint, tools, grills, and yard supplies from top brands like Craftsman and Weber. Visit us for great deals and expert advice.
Here at Lyle Northern Electric, we take pride in our highly qualified team, dedicated to serving our community. Whether you need commercial, residential, or solar electrical services, our certified experts are ready to meet your needs. We are proud to support our community, especially our youth and high school athletics. Lyle Northern Electric, serving our community since 1957.
Buying, selling, or refinancing. Trust Anderson Oliver Title Insurance Agency, Southeastern Utah's only locally owned title company, serving San Juan and Grand Counties for over 25 years. Visit us today.
At Energy Fuels, creating opportunities and participating in the local community is important to us. Thanks to our dedicated employees, we're safely producing critical materials that support cleaner energy sources and a better planet for future generations. Knowing that the youth of today will make great contributions tomorrow, Energy Fuels is a proud supporter of high school athletics within our communities.
Welcome back live to Kanab High School in Kanab, Utah, the site of our High School Hoops Region 18 doubleheader here this afternoon as we close out a busy weekend. 4-game swing here in Parowan last night. Both San Juan girls and boys picking up nice wins last evening. The boys in a nail-biter and an exciting finish last night. The girls won it going away 57-17. It was their 4th win in a row. And we got a chance just a moment ago. It's been a while, but finally got a chance again to talk with head coach Laura Stearns about those 4 wins and some other things as her team gets set to try to shock the 2A Utah basketball world here this afternoon against the Kanab Lady Cowboys. And here's what she had to say. Coach, I feel bad I haven't talked with you for a while, but man, you guys have strung together some wins. You're playing pretty good ball right now.
Yeah, they are. It's fun to see them come together as a team right when we need them to start coming together as a team. Kamaya has really stepped up. Cadence Mitchell has really stepped up. And even the games where Cadence was injured for a couple games, she actually is playing on a broken ankle right now. But the doctors gave her clear just to kind of watch how her body feels and stuff like that. girls have really stepped up and helped by scoring and then just defensively.
What's been the secret for you guys, I guess, just improving throughout the year?
The secret. I think just trying to get them to work together as a team. It's been a while while I've been coaching that we've had a team of just basketball players. I told them this past week, I was like, I don't think I've ever had so many like girls that I feel like can handle the ball, that I trust with the ball. Because honestly, even Kamaya, when I have those 5 out there, they can handle the ball. They can go, and just having them just fundamentals down, things like that, which we still work with and things like that, but having the girls be able to play at a higher level than we have in the past has been super helpful.
Well, it's no surprise. This is going to be a huge test today against number 1. How have you prepared? What do you need to do today to beat these guys?
Well, we have tried lots of different things. One, I mean, it's really hard to take out Riley because she's like 6 inches taller than our girl in there. So we're going to try, just making sure we crayon the bottom. But she also comes up to the top, things like that. Just being aware of where she plays, basically. Always knowing where she is. And then also number 4, who's also a decent little player. She's a sophomore. So those 2, we're just going to try to make it a little tougher on them. That's the goal. Yeah. But I feel like Riley just comes in and out as she pleases because it's Riley.
Well, belief is a huge thing. You got to believe that you can win. You know, you got to. Do you feel like the girls feel like that, or coming in?
I've told them, no matter what the game score is at the end, I just want them to compete. If we can learn how to compete, I think that's something else we've lacked really in San Juan basketball is that attitude of I can win this game and I can compete with this team. Doesn't matter whatever the score is at the end. If I feel like I've competed and we've kept the score close and I've done everything I can do, I haven't given up. That's what I'm hoping out of this game.
Okay, hey, have fun. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
And a big thanks for Coach Laura Stearns chatting with us before this game tonight. It had been a while since I chatted with her, and so nice to hear her insights. And obviously her team has picked up 4 wins in a row. That's on the line this afternoon against the best team in the state in 2A basketball. And the Lady Broncos have won 6 of their last 8. So it's been a good swing for San Juan. And obviously a tough one here this afternoon. Let's see if the stats have been updated. They haven't, so I still have the same stats I had last night. I don't think I got to talk a whole lot about them, but Maya Fullwood has been the leader offensively this season for San Juan. She's averaging about 17.5 points per game. Cadence Mitchell above 9 a game. Brooklyn Lehman above 7 a game. Ella Stearns, who's not with the team this weekend, is averaging 5 points a game. Sindel at City, and she was shaken up a little bit in the JV game. I hope she'll be able to go because San Juan will need her to go this afternoon. She's averaging about 4 a game. And DeVay Mitchell rounding out the top 5 who are here on this trip with an average of over 3.5 points per game for San Juan. So those are the girls getting it done. Brooklyn Lehman has the most threes for San Juan this season with 23. I don't remember how many were scored last night. I think it was just a couple, and I can't remember if she got one, but she had 23 coming into this weekend. So she's been the best outside shooter for San Juan so far this year. We do welcome you in. It's high school hoops. Again, a Region 18 doubleheader for the San Juan girls and boys this afternoon here in Kanab as we close out this weekend. High school hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live is brought to you in part this afternoon by Bradford Tire, specializing in fast service with fair prices and quality customer care. Also today, Colleen Kays, author of the 7 Dynamos of Organizational Power. Crowley Construction, dirt, roads, driveways, and more. They handle any job, big or small. Dependable Auto Repair. Count on their team of ASE certified technicians for all your auto service. And Diamond Designs, offering a wide variety of quality customized products. Big thanks go out to all the sponsors who make these broadcasts possible. We couldn't do it without you, specifically when we travel large miles like we did this weekend. Thank you very much. We are glad you've joined us this afternoon. We're going to take one final break, and then we'll come back possibly for a national anthem and for the call of the starters. Stay with us. It is high school hoops with the girls getting set to tip it off on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Blue Mountain Foods, Monticello's hometown grocer, offers fresh meat, deli, bakery, and curbside pickup. Check BlueMountainFoods.com for weekly specials. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 64 West Center Street.
Canyonlands Tire and Blanding offers top quality tires, auto repairs, and fast service. Stop by for all your tire needs. Your local tire experts at Canyonlands Tire.
At Red Mechanical, we believe strong communities start with strong support, and that includes cheering on our local high school athletes. We've proudly served the Four Corners with dependable HVAC and plumbing solutions, keeping homes and businesses comfortable season after season. From the field to your front door, we're here for you. Red Mechanical, proud supporters of high school sports and our local communities.
San Juan Building Supply in Blanding has lumber, tools, and building materials for any project. Enjoy quality products and expert advice. Call 435-678-2000 or come in and see us at 1050 South Main Street.
Red Sands Geomatics delivers professional land surveying and mapping services, accurate, responsive, and fairly priced. Now serving the Four Corners area. Call or text Tyler at 435-459-2215 or visit redsandsgeomatics.com for a free quote.
San Juan Credit Union. Your money, your future, your credit union. We have branches available in Blanding, Monticello, and Bluff. Come on down and see us.
San Juan County Adult Education empowers adults with technical, business, and college skills to join the workforce, earn a high school diploma, or GED. Visit a USU Learning Center or email gina.grover@sjsd.org to learn more. For over 75 years, San Juan Health has offered top medical care in Blanding, Monticello, and Spanish Valley. Visit sanjuanhealth.org for our services. San Juan Health, chasing perfection since 1947.
Utah Navajo Health System is a series of community health centers providing medical, dental, and behavioral health care to Utah Navajo. With operations in Blanding, Montezuma Creek, Monument Valley, Navajo Mountain, and Monticello, UNHS offers a remarkable variety of services to our patients throughout San Juan County and the northern portion of Navajo Nation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. Rhett Sifford and Cortland Lyman on the commentary for you this afternoon, and Caleb Carr running it StreamUtah.Live for us on the video side. We've become kind of a well-oiled machine at times. Other times we're a little squeaky, but we like to bring these games back for you. They are getting ready for the national anthem. I believe they're going to do. Last night they did not do a national anthem before the girls' game. They saved it until the boys' game. So let's see what they're going to do here this afternoon. We may just go ahead and turn it over to the PA right now and let you hear it as it's being announced here at the high school. So we'll do that, and hopefully this will come across effectively.
Please show your respect for the players, coaches, officials, and your fellow fans by keeping all cheers positive and encouraging. Do Rowdy right. Ladies and gentlemen, for your attention, the national anthem will be performed before the boys' game. So we will start tonight with the starting lineup for both teams. First, for the visiting San Juan Broncos. Junior, wearing number 42, Kamaya Fullwood. Senior, wearing number 31, Cadence Mitchell. Freshman, wearing number 10, Brooklyn Langdon. Sophomore, wearing number 2, DeVay Mitchell. And senior, wearing number 21, Maddie Adams. The head coach of the Broncos is Laura Stearns. And now, the starting lineup for your Kanab Cowboys. At guard, sophomore, wearing number 4, Casey Castello. At guard, sophomore, wearing number 32, J. 2, Kennedy Latham. And at center, senior running number 24, Riley Little. The head coach for the Cowboys is Clint Lover. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for some Cowboys basketball.
And I don't know how well you were able to hear that. I got a wrong number myself. I think I've got it fixed now for the starters. I'll call them by name here in just a moment so you can hear a little more clearly. They obviously pumped the music pretty loud right there, so the voice kind of faded a bit on it on the intro. But we are underway as Kanab wins the opening tip. And guess who it's going to be? Let's see, I thought Casey Castano, I guess they call her.
Yeah, Castano is how they're saying that.
She drove the bucket, so it wasn't Riley Little driving there. It was Castano. And if I am correct, Cortland, maybe you can help me on this one. They called number 3, they said Carson Cutler. Is that right?
Yep.
I've got her as Coulter. So
yep, Cutler.
So someone obviously transposed the letters wrong on the Max Preps roster. Here is Kanab stealing the basketball from San Juan and trying to score, but unable. I didn't see who got that shot. We'll give a miss here and a defensive rebound for San Juan. Lady Broncos now have it back in the offensive end for the second time, still looking for their first points on the afternoon. And a nice pass into the middle. Unable to handle it, though, is Kamaya Fullwood, and it's turned back over to Kanab. Lady Cowboys quickly in. Here's a 3 on the way, and that's good for J.D. Houston. And early on, you see that long-range shooting I talked about. And that makes it 5-0. Maddie Adams, handing off and getting the ball back, and now DeVay Mitchell has it. And one thing I'm noticing is Sindel At-City not among the starters here. I don't know if she has been starting, but we'll keep an eye, see if she comes in this game. There's an air ball thrown up by DeVay Mitchell. I'm guessing she did start last night. So, unfortunately, I think that means at least right now, At-City not able to go for San Juan as DeVay Mitchell's in the game. But Mitchell had a pretty good game off the bench last night for San Juan. Right here, she missed the 3. And now here's Riley Little spinning into the defense of San Juan. Misses the shot off the glass, but she does draw a foul on Kamaya Fullwood here. So Fullwood guilty of the foul, and it's Riley Little at the line for Kanab. Drains the first. That makes it 6-0. So a quick start for Kanab, and San Juan a bit slow out of the gate here this afternoon. Riley Little second shot on the way, and that is good. So it is a 7-0 lead for the Kanab Lady Cowboys. And San Juan looking to break through here offensively. Maddie Adams has it left wing, up top for DeVay Mitchell. Dribbles right, reverse back left, and hands off to Adams again. She'll dump it into the middle for Kamaya Fullwood and had it just stripped away by Riley Little. So another steal for Kanab, and now in transition, Kanab loses the ball out of bounds, so that'll be a turnover coming back the other way. That's the first turnover for Kanab. San Juan with 3 already. Coach Stearns is going to call a timeout here with exactly 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. So 2 minutes in, her team down 7-0. She wants to try to right the ship here. But again, I think maybe one of the stories for sure so far this afternoon is that Sindel At-City is not able to go. And so that is a big loss for San Juan.
And I don't know what happened there. I mean, I don't recall an injury last night in the game.
No, it was in the JV game. I saw her down there getting some ice. She's not 100% sure what happened. I guess diving for a ball, she came down on another player's knee right here in the hip area. And so I guess that's the gist.
Okay.
She seemed to be in some pretty good pain. So obviously, at least here in the first half, or at least right now, not able to go. And I don't see her on the bench. So I'm not guessing we're going to see Sindel At-City this afternoon. That's a tough loss for San Juan.
Yeah, that's going to be a big factor in this game, not to have her out there on the court.
And the Lady Broncos are double teamed here. And it's going to bounce on the baseline out of bounds as Lehman was trying to get that to Cadence Mitchell. But that will turn it back over to Kanab, and the 4th turnover now against San Juan here in the early stages. And Kanab is going to come down and add to that lead as Riley Little tosses it up and in. She doesn't have to do much tossing with her height. And the Lady Broncos will walk it back in now and try to set something up. Into the left corner, kicking it back out. Maddie Adams has it on the wing, lobs it into the middle. Nobody there for San Juan, and Kanab will take it again. Down court they come, unable to score. On the first shot was Cutler, but it's rebounded and put back by Riley Little. And that makes it 11-0. As Kanab continues this hot start. San Juan looking to get on the board here. Cadence Mitchell puts up a shot, no good. And I think that's just San Juan's 2nd shot of the game. That is the case. And unfortunately, neither have gone. Obviously, buckets are going to be at a premium here this afternoon for San Juan. There's the play where they dump it to Riley Little under the basket, and she just sticks her hands up and drops it in. This time the shot fell off the rim, and the rebound, it results in a jump ball that'll go in San Juan's favor. So the Lady Broncos catch a break here and get the dead ball rebound. They will walk it in. There's DeVay Mitchell handing to Cadence Mitchell. She'll drive to the right, scoop it up, underhand shot off the glass, too high. She is fouled though, and she'll go to the line to shoot a couple. Both teams have a foul apiece here. That's going to be the first on, they announced, yeah, that's J.D. Houston who's got the foul. And let's see who has the foul. It's Kamaya Fullwood for San Juan. So 1 foul apiece here in this first quarter. And the Lady Broncos on the board as Cadence Mitchell hits both foul shots. So a good trip for the Lady Broncos senior, and San Juan cuts that Kanab lead to 9 points. Here's a 3 on the way for Houston, and she hits again. So Kanab answers with an exclamation point, and it's 14-2. And they are 2 for 2, I believe, in 3-point shots today. San Juan with it back in the offensive end. Cadence Mitchell at the foul line. She'll dish it back out. Here's a San Juan 3, and that rims out from Brooklyn Lehman. Rebounded by Kanab. They're on the run. Riley Little, however, loses the handle, but it bounces back to her. She spots an open Casey Castino, and she lays it up and in from the left side. She has 4, and it's 16-2 in favor of Kanab. San Juan would like it to be the other way, but right now it's not. And so San Juan battling here. Cadence Mitchell hands to DeVay Mitchell. She's run into and dribbles it back out near the midcourt circle. On the left side dribble, she'll reverse it back to Brooklyn Lehman. At the top of the key, she'll lob it up under the basket, intended for Maddie Adams, but too far on the pass. Another turnover against San Juan. Kanab quickly under the basket with it. Little can't score, but there's a rebound for Kanab. Unable to score on a second try was Taylin Kelly. So both Little and Kelly missing there with an offensive rebound sandwiched in between. The rebound bounces out of bounds in favor of Kanab, so they get another opportunity here in the offensive end, and some quick passing makes Casey Castino wide open on the left side, and she drains the 3. Third 3-point basket for Kanab in this one, and it's 19-2. And they are a perfect 3 of 3 from 3-point land. Maddie Adams left wing for San Juan now as they've got it in the front court. Crossover, she'll scoop it up and in as she goes to the left side. That's a great shot right there for Maddie Adams. And San Juan's first field goal of the game makes it 19-4. Underneath, Kanab with a pass now. Missing a shot is Taylin Kelly, but they get their own rebound. Another try is good from the left side. Casey Castino, And so Kanab out rebounding San Juan on that in these first 6 minutes. 6-2, outscoring San Juan 21-4 now after that bucket. And so it has been all Kanab here in the early stages, obviously, as they are holding sway here this afternoon against the San Juan Lady Broncos. And San Juan obviously missing Sindel at City today, also missing Ella Stearns. who is not with the team this weekend. And so they're obviously missing those two pieces today against the #1 team in the state in Kanab. We got a short timeout here by San Juan, and so they'll come back with the basketball here, trailing 21-4.
Looking at the breakdown of Kanab's points here, it's interesting. I mean, you talk about Little having 6 points, but then you have that Castano with 9 points, and the other player, 32, I think it is, with 6 points. I mean, only 3 players on Kanab have their total of 21 points, and Little being the only senior. It's interesting how well this Kanab team is playing together, being so young.
Yeah, I think Little could pretty much score on every play, but it is interesting to watch. She is unselfish. She does look to find her teammates. And we're going to get a foul on Kanab here as San Juan did a good job to get to the bucket. Tavy Johnson's first for Kanab. Kamaya Fullwood at the line. And misses the first. It was a 3 that was missed by San Juan. And an offensive rebound that eventually led to the foul. And Fullwood at the line here shooting 2, misses both. And so that's a tough break for San Juan. Kanab quickly back in the offensive end. And there's a pass to the left side, a 3-pointer on the way, no good for Cutler. Rebound is kicked back out, and she runs over a San Juan player. They're going to say it's a foul on San Juan. And that'll be against Brooklyn Lehman, her first. And both teams now with 2 fouls here in this first quarter. We got 1:40 left in the frame as Kanab inbounds it up top for Cutler. Left side, and then they'll go cross court to Castino. She bounces it in to number 12, Tavy Johnson. Little's not out there right now. There's a bunch of tall girls on this Kanab team. As Johnson misses a shot, it's rebounded by San Juan. So the Lady Broncos could cut into this Lady Cowboy lead here. Maddie Adams, right side for Lehman. She'll go down into the corner. We get a baseline drive, but apparently stepping on the baseline was Tavery Johnson, and the freshman is an up-and-coming player for San Juan. She's a little shaken up, limpy after going down there from the baseline, but Coach Stearns was saying how impressed she is with this young girl, and she had a good game coming in off the bench late in that game last night, so she contributed. And speaking of contributing, here's Kennedy Glazier with a 3, and it's a 20-point lead now for Kanab, 24-4. And they quickly, San Juan gets it into the offensive end. Here's Cadence Mitchell kicking it to the left wing. Maddie Adams missed the 3. It was online but long. San Juan tracks down their own rebound here, though. And it looks like we'll get a foul against Kanab. And this will be on Tavy Johnson. So San Juan's got a Tavery Johnson and Kanab's got a Tavy Johnson. I knew that sounded familiar. Maddie Adams will take the inbound pass, step inside the arc, go into the middle, and the shot is no good from Ebony Sampson. Rebounded by Kanab this time. They'll quickly work it in. On the perimeter, a 3 on the way from Cutler, no. Rebounded by San Juan. Lady Broncos run it across the line. Here's Tavery Johnson. She'll hand off to Maddie Adams, left wing, dribbles back up to the top of the key, goes right wing for Johnson. Up top for Adams again. Left wing now for Cadence Mitchell. She goes cross court. Tavery Johnson throws up the 3. No. They battle for the rebound underneath, and we get a whistle here. This will be a foul on Kanab, it looks like. So it's an offensive rebound for San Juan, and then a foul on Taylon Kelly, I believe. Yep. And that will put the Lady Broncos to the line here. It's not a bonus shot yet, but next foul, San Juan would go in the bonus, but that's not likely going to happen. Now, I'm not sure that. Why was there just one shot there? Was that just one shot, or did I miss one? I guess.
Yeah, I think that was just one shot there because we're still at 2 shots because we're still at 4 points here.
There's no such thing as one shot anymore in high school basketball in Utah, so I have no idea what happened there. The refs may be talking it over as well. That was a bit bizarre. I didn't miss a shot, right? That was just one shot.
I believe so.
Anyway, the first quarter in the books, and it's a 24-4 lead for the Kanab Lady Cowboys. I wonder if San Juan wasn't supposed to be shooting there and got a free shot. They called it good. But we'll take a break. We'll return for the start of the second quarter. It's always a mystery. Stay with us. High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Need fast internet in San Juan County? Emory Telecom delivers blazing fast fiber with no contracts and free installation. Power your home with reliable connectivity. Visit emorytelcom.com for details today.
Get the resources and quality of a big school education and the support of a smaller school at Utah State Blanding. Explore over 70 degree and certificate programs to find your perfect fit and experience personalized learning with small class experience. A Utah State education is affordable too, thanks to competitive tuition and tons of scholarship opportunities. Visit blanding.usu.edu to learn more about becoming an Aggie in Blanding.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Kanab High School. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. And Kanab picks up right where they left off as Riley Little scores to make it 26-4 as we open the quarter. Now the Kanab Lady Cowboys steal it away from San Juan. And a 3, nothing but net for J.D. Houston. Man, she has not only hit 3 3-point baskets today, but they have all been all net. They have not touched the rim. Her shots have been perfect from long range. Here's an attempt for San Juan, no good for Brooklyn Lehman. And as the other players kind of dwell down on the bottom looking for rebounds, Riley Little just stands up above them and snags it out of the air without even jumping. And then meanwhile, Carson Cutler drains a 3 as they get it back in the offensive end. So 32-4 now. And Kanab's lead is almost 30 points already. We're just underway here in the second quarter. So San Juan not right now able to stay as close to Kanab as they were at home, but there's a good 3-point basket for Cadence Mitchell. She's up to 5 points on the afternoon. That makes it 32-7. And over on the right side, a wide open look for Glazier. Kennedy Glazier misses the 3. And it'll be tipped out of bounds by Kanab, so San Juan will get the ball back here. And 8 rebounds for both teams in this. My stats are always unofficial, of course, as DeVay Mitchell brings it in for San Juan. She'll get a return pass from Cadence. Now back to Cadence, left of the paint. She drives through the lane, sends it to the right side, and now Kamaya Fullwood gets it on the baseline. She lobs it up for Tavery Johnson, but it didn't make it out there. It's turned over as Kanab intercepts her pass. And the Lady Cowboys have it set up. Now San Juan will get a steal. And come back the other way on the run. A shot up off the glass, no good for Lehman. And rebounded by Kanab. The Lady Cowboys will run it across, and it's J.D. Houston controlling. Down into the right corner, she gets it back. Lobs it up underneath the basket. It's swatted out of bounds by Taylin Kelly under the bucket there. And so that'll be San Juan basketball coming the other direction. And no press from Kanab, mercifully, for San Juan. And so they'll get to walk it across here. Kamaya Fullwood takes a pass. It was almost out of her reach, and now hitting a 2, they say, is DeVay Mitchell. That looked like a 3 to me, but they say her toe was on the line. So it's 2-point bucket.
Yeah, she caught that ball and got her feet set. She did step forward a little bit, just unset that line. So.
And now they'll just throw it in the air for Little under the basket, and she ends up dishing it off to her teammate Taylin Kelly, who actually scores it this time. And Kanab answers San Juan. It's 34-9. Lady Broncos have it in the offensive end, looking to get into double digits with their score here. Kamaya Fullwood spins into the paint, her patented fade, but this time trying to do it over Riley Little, and that's a big task. Little gets a hand on that and blocks the shot. Now San Juan with a defensive rebound after Kanab can't score. So a block shot for Kanab. And a miss. San Juan gets the rebound, and now the Lady Broncos have it set up in the offensive end. As DeVay Mitchell controlling with it. Hands to Lehman in the midcourt paint. She'll go to the left side for Mitchell again. DeVay Mitchell to the right. Lehman puts up a three, no good. Kamaya Fullwood tracks down the rebound for San Juan, though. And the Lady Broncos will get a second chance opportunity. Cross-court pass into the middle, and a nice 10-foot jumper for Kamaya Fullwood is good, and she's on the board. So 4 of San Juan's 5 starters have scored now. The Lady Broncos are in double digits. 34-11 is the lead for Kanab. Timeout with 4:03 left in the first half. We'll take a break as well and return to Kanab High School. Stay with us. It's game 1 of a Region 18 doubleheader. High school hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
In career and technical education, your classroom is more than a place to learn. It's where your future begins. Here, you'll gain real-world skills and turn your talent into opportunity. Learn the skills, build your dream, and step into your career starting today.
Desert Rivers Credit Union offers mortgages, low fees, and great rates for all credit scores. Enjoy local service and a nationwide ATM network. Desert Rivers Credit Union, for people, not profit.
Since 2009, Blue Mountain Hospital has set the standard for rural healthcare, bringing excellence in healing, quality care, and inspired staff to San Juan County. We offer the county's only accredited sleep center, compassionate labor and delivery, top-tier emergency care, and flexible dialysis options. At BMH, our comprehensive services are delivered by a passionate team. Visit bmhutah.org to learn more. We can't wait to meet you.
Welcome back live to Kanab High School in Kanab, Utah. It is High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. And as we get back to action, 2 threes for each team, or 1 3 per team here. Carson Cutler hit one, and then Brooklyn Lehman just answered. And then Carson Cutler hits another. So 40-14 now is the lead, and Kanab up by 36 in this thing. 26 is the lead now. San Juan coming back to answer as Cadence Mitchell finds herself wide open to the right of the bucket. Breakdown in defensive coverage for Kanab there. San Juan found the hole, and an uncontested layup for Mitchell. She has 7 to lead San Juan scoring. Here's another 3 on the way, and this one was short, and that's uncharacteristic for Houston, who has drained all her previous threes. She's typically been taking them from out on the wing, though. That one was out of the corner. And the rebound bounces out of bounds in favor of San Juan. So the Lady Broncos will run it back across. 2:40 left in this first half. San Juan, Cadence Mitchell does a good job to get to a loose ball here. San Juan almost lost possession. Now a Brooklyn Lehman 3 misses everything. And they battle for the loose ball. It'll go out of bounds off San Juan. So a dead ball rebound to Kanab. And both teams with 11 rebounds now in this thing. As the Lady Cowboys will run it up over on the left side, and now back up top to the right side. J.D. Houston could have taken the 3. Instead, she goes cross court. I mean, why shoot when you got Carson Cutler out there? She has hit 4 3-point baskets in this first half and make it 43-16 now. And now San Juan loses the basketball. It'll be stolen by Kanab, and they'll send it all the way down court. Here's another Cutler 3. This time she missed, so that breaks the streak. And now Riley Little gets a pass underneath the bucket. She easily lays it up and in. She has 10 on the afternoon, and it's 45-16. A 29-point lead now for Kanab. And now it's going to be another steal for the Lady Cowboys. Running the floor, missing the layup. She got a little off balance, was Cutler, but she had a teammate there to follow it up in Casey Castano, and so that made it look easy. both of those players in double digits. In fact, Kanab has 3 players in double digits. I don't know that we won't see underclassmen for Kanab all the way from the start of the third quarter. 1:28 left in this first half. Is now a 31-point lead for Kanab. And so they have obviously held sway here in this first half. We've been kind of making jokes. Whoever's running the music here tonight in Kanab High School, it's all Taylor Swift all the time. But I think we've had a couple songs lately that have departed from that. We had, well, who did we have just a second ago?
Yeah, they've been switching it up on us a little bit. We had Miley Cyrus on, and then they played a couple other ones.
Huge variety. We got a huge variety.
During the JV girls game, they were playing Taylor Swift song after song.
Yeah. So what can you say? I mean, this is a red and white team, so I guess that's Taylor Swift sponsorship. So you gotta rock it in here. I guess you can't when you're playing Taylor Swift. I don't think you can call it that you're rocking something. So I don't know what to say.
I don't know. She's got some hot stuff out there. she's got some bangers she's put out. So.
All right, I stand corrected. Out of this timeout, I believe it'll be San Juan basketball here with 1:28 to go. Lady Broncos down 31. 47-16. Both teams winning last night at Parowan, but today they're up against the 2 number 1 teams in the state. Both Kanab girls and boys atop their 2A standings. And we can see why. This is an absolutely outstanding team that the Lady Broncos are up against tonight. And they're a little bit shorthanded. They don't have Sindel At-City or Ella Stearns here today. And so battling through it here for San Juan. And struggling a bit right now against this top-ranked team. Lady Broncos working the ball well right here, though. Kamaya Fullwood scoops it up, can't score it, though. She was right in front of the rim and didn't have a great angle there. It's rebounded by Kanab. Lady Cowboys quickly back down, and Riley Little will lay it up and in. You just basically have to get it to her anywhere near the bucket, and she can lean in there and lay that thing in right above everybody's head. Standing at 6'5" for the senior. San Juan has it now in the offensive end. Brooklyn Lehman up in the midcourt paint. And reaching in to steal the basketball is Tavy Johnson. Knocked a pass down, and Kanab will take the turnover, or the takeaway here, I should say. And they have forced 10 San Juan turnovers in this thing, only 3 for the Lady Cowboys. As Little can't score, and she goes crashing down. San Juan saves that from going out of bounds, though. And so they will get the rebound and run it in. Maddie Adams spots a wide open Brooklyn Lehman. She puts up the jumper, no good. Rebounded by Kanab. And that was a glorious opportunity. Now at the buzzer, I think they say the shot was released in time from J.D. Houston. It's no good, but it will be a 49-16 lead for Kanab at the halftime break. So a 33-point lead for the number 1 team in the 2A land here. And we will take a break. We'll return with some first half unofficial stats. Stay with us. It is High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
San Juan Public Health in Blanding offers vital records, immunizations, WIC, and health education. Protect your family's health with our services. Visit 735 South 200 West or call 43558733838.
Holiday Construction is your one-stop source for gravel, concrete, excavation services, and custom hauling. We've proudly served San Juan County with quality and dedication for over 40 years. Call Holiday Construction today at 435-678-2028. We're proud supporters of high school sports and our community.
With a changing economy and advancing technology, it's time that marketing and selling of real estate in San Juan County catches up. Four Corners Homes and Property Management is changing the game. Every Four Corners Homes listing includes 3D mapping and virtual tours, professional photos, a digital and global 21st century footprint, and marketing exposure that makes it easy for buyers to find and identify what makes your listing unique. Marketing and exposure sells real estate, and if you want the best, you need Four Corners Homes on your team. Find us at fourcornershomes.net or call 801-404-0058.
Oh, yeah, I got it. How to nourish plant. How to rescue plant. How to... Where to buy new plant.
Diamond Propane in Blanding, Utah is the only locally owned and operated propane dealer in San Juan County. Call Chas Jacobson today at 435-678-2010 to fill your tank. Diamond Propane is a proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Ready to own a home across Utah or Colorado? The Britt Barton team at Primary Residential Mortgage, with over 30 years experience, delivers custom loans, great rates, and friendly advice. Sit with Britt and begin your journey today. Primary Residential Mortgage Incorporated is an equal housing lender, MLS number 3094.
Pain or injury sidelining you? Precision Rehab restores you and your loved ones back to peak performance with physical therapy in Monticello, Blanding, Montezuma Creek, and Monument Valley. Covered by most insurances. Call 435-678-3869 or visit PrecisionRehabUtah.com.
Welcome back live to Kanab High School in Kanab, Utah. It is High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. It is game 3 of a 4-game weekend and the first game of this Region 18 doubleheader this afternoon. And at halftime, the Kanab Lady Cowboys lead the San Juan Lady Broncos 49-16. All Kanab in that first half. They outscore San Juan 24-4 in the first quarter. Lady Broncos offense came on a little bit to get 12 in the second quarter, but Kanab spotting 25 more points in that frame. So the big lead for the Kanab Lady Cowboys at halftime here. And man, Kanab, what can you say about this number 1 team in the state in 2A basketball? They shot 54% from the field in the first half. 19 of 35 was the tally. San Juan, meanwhile, 30% from the floor, 6 of 20 all total. So Lady Broncos are going to have to find a way to get some of those to fall in the second half to make a little progress against this large Kanab lead. I'm not sure that we're not going to see a running clock for a good portion of the second half. We'll see what they do here in Kanab, and I don't know if that means the boys' game would start a little bit earlier. I know last night they added warm-up time for the boys, and so it might just be that there would be more time in between the games. Not sure how they'll run that this afternoon. I know sometimes they consider teams that are traveling long distances to get back home, so that might be a factor. Taking a look at some other stats, other team stats here in this first half. 3-point shooting, and Kanab pretty outstanding in that first half. 9 of 15 for 60%, so they continue to rack up the 3-point baskets. San Juan was 2 of 10 for 20%. Rebounding, the team's pretty even in this case. Kanab obviously not needing a whole lot of rebounds. They were scoring at will pretty much, but 14 rebounds for the Lady Cowboys, 12 for San Juan. Both teams with 4 offensive rebounds apiece. Turnovers, San Juan losing in this department, 10 turnovers for the Lady Broncos and just 3 for Kanab. And that does kind of tell the story a little bit in that first half. 1 block shot for Kanab and 7 steals. San Juan with 1 steal in the game so far. Take a look at the individual scoring, and Kanab has 3 players in double digits. Carson Cutler has 12. So does Riley Little. Casey Castino has 11. 9 points for J.D. Houston. 3 for Kennedy Glazier and 2 for Taylin Kelly. The 3-point baskets, man, 9 of them. 4 for Carson Cutler. 3 for J.D. Houston. 1 for Kennedy Glazier and 1 for Casey Castino. So, I mean, these girls can shoot it from inside, from outside, from everywhere. For San Juan, it is Cadence Mitchell leading the way with 7 points so far. 3 for Brooklyn Lehman and 2 apiece for DeVay Mitchell, Maddie Adams, and Kamaya Fullwood. San Juan's 2 3-point baskets, 1 each for Brooklyn Lehman and Cadence Mitchell. So those are the unofficial first half stats. The team's coming back out on the floor to warm up for the second half. We'll take one more break, and we'll return for the start of the third quarter. Stay with us. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Planning a weekend project? Red's Ace Hardware in Blanding has paint, tools, grills, and yard supplies from top brands like Craftsman and Weber. Visit us for great deals and expert advice.
Here at Lisle Northern Electric, we take pride in our highly qualified team, dedicated to serving our community. Whether you need commercial, residential, or solar electrical services, our certified experts are ready to meet your needs. We are proud to support our community, especially our youth and high school athletics. Lisle Northern Electric, serving our community since 1957.
Buying, selling, or refinancing. Trust Anderson Oliver Title Insurance Agency, Southeastern Utah's only locally owned title company, serving San Juan and Grand counties for over 25 years. Visit us today.
At Energy Fuels, creating opportunities and participating in the local community is important to us. Thanks to our dedicated employees, we're safely producing critical materials that support cleaner energy sources and a better planet for future generations. Knowing that the youth of today will make great contributions tomorrow, Energy Fuels is a proud supporter of high school athletics within our communities.
Blue Mountain Foods, Monticello's hometown grocer, offers fresh meat, deli, bakery, and curbside pickup. Check BlueMountainFoods.com for weekly specials. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 64 West Center Street.
Canyonlands Tire and Blanding offers top quality tires, auto repairs, and fast service. Stop by for all your tire needs. Your local tire experts at Canyonlands Tire.
At Red Mechanical, we believe strong communities start with strong support, and that includes cheering on our local high school athletes. We've proudly served the Four Corners with dependable HVAC and plumbing solutions, keeping homes and businesses comfortable season after season. From the field to your front door, we're here for you. Red Mechanical, proud supporters of high school sports and our local communities.
Welcome back live to Kanab High School. It is High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. Game 3 of the weekend, of a 4-game weekend, and game 1 for today, as the girls trail the Kanab Lady Cowboys, the number 1, I should say, Kanab Lady Cowboys, 49-16, heading into the second half here. The boys' game will follow this one, and it remains to be seen if they are absolutely strict on the 2 p.m. scheduled tip time, or if they do actually end up having a running clock here at all in this second half, if that would push up the start. Here's San Juan right off the hop here, trying to score a 3. Maddie Adams missed from long range. It's rebounded by the Lady Cowboys. And running it in is Castino. She'll hand off to Taylon Kelly. Now left wing, a wide open Casey Castino misses the 3. Rebounded by San Juan here, and the Lady Broncos will walk it across. Maddie Adams at the top of the key, dumps it into the paint, and Cadence Mitchell hits a spinning 8-foot shot. Good bucket for the senior, and San Juan makes it 49-18. We'll hold the presses. San Juan still keeps it out of the mercy rule distance here, but there's a 3-point basket for number 22, Kennedy Glazier. I think that's her first, and now San Juan will answer as DeVay Mitchell hits a 3. And that makes it 52-21. So we're right back where we were just a moment ago as the two teams trade threes. Kennedy Glazier with it again, hands off. Now they'll go left side, down into the corner for Castino. She'll dribble it out of the corner. Now they dump it into the middle, spinning to the bucket, missing the layup is Riley Little, and it's rebounded by Kamaya Fullwood for San Juan. Lady Broncos work it in, and Fullwood now gets it on the wing. She'll put up a 3, yes. Kamaya Fullwood hits a 3, and the Lady Broncos are hot all of a sudden. 52-24 is the score.
at this point in the game, when you're down 52-24, you kind of have this attitude of why not, right?
Yeah,
Pull all the tricks out of the bag, and why not? Why not let Fullwood take a 3 there?
Yeah. I mean, she didn't have much other option, so she just took it. They had a little bit of a screen set up out there, and good bucket for Fullwood. Now San Juan gets a takeaway here as Kanab traveled with the basketball. So a rare turnover for Kanab this afternoon, and San Juan will take it. Addie Adams on the wing, dumps it up high, too high, in fact, and it'll be turned over again. So San Juan commits the turnover here. And a steal for Kanab as the Lady Cowboys work it in. And here's Riley Little spinning away from Kamaya Fullwood. Throws that elbow. No contact, and Kamaya Fullwood will rebound her miss. San Juan running the floor. Bounce pass for DeVay Mitchell. She can't handle it. It goes out of bounds. So the team's trading turnovers. Well, that's not true. Kanab had a shot, but San Juan loses it out of bounds. That'll be a turnover against the Lady Broncos, their 12th of the day. And 5:25 to go in the third quarter now. 52-24 lead for the hometown and number 1 ranked Kanab Lady Cowboys. Little left-right over there. Now dumping it back down into the corner was Castino. Cutler hits the 3 again. She has 5, and it's 55-24. Man, these Kanab girls can hit the 3. Here's DeVay Mitchell, baseline drive. Her shot goes in and out. Rebounded by Kanab. Lady Cowboys will walk it across. It's Casey Castino. They'll go right side now for Houston. Down into the corner, but now dribbling it out was Castino. Hands into the middle. Riley Little, they double team her, gave her a little trouble. She missed her shot. But right there to clean it up was Taylin Kelly. So Little missed, but the offensive rebound gives Kanab the second chance opportunity, and they make good on it. Cadence Mitchell pulls up from 7 and misses. Rebounded by Kanab, 57-24 now. So the 33-point lead is back for the Lady Cowboys. And now they go left side. Some good quick passing here, and there's a 17-footer from Casey Castino. She has 13, and it's 59-24. So the first time today, Kanab officially leads by 35. That's the distance they need for the running clock. They steal it away from San Juan here, and adding the exclamation point on it is another Carson Cutler 3. And so we'll see how the clock behaves here. San Juan's Laura Stern is going to call it. Stern's going to call a timeout with 3:38 left in the third quarter. It's a 62-24 lead now for Kanab. We'll step aside as well. High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
San Juan Building Supply in Blanding has lumber, tools, and building materials for any project. Enjoy quality products and expert advice. Call 435-678-2000 or come in and see us at 1050 South Main Street.
San Juan Credit Union, providing exceptional financial products in southeastern Utah for over 60 years, is proud to support our local high schools. With branches in Blanding, Monticello, and Bluff, along with an ATM in Montezuma Creek, access to those products is easier than ever. San Juan Credit Union offers checking and saving accounts, bill pay, a wide array of loans, and much more, all on a full-service website and mobile app. Plus, they're federally insured by the National Credit Union Association. San Juan Credit Union, your money, your future, your credit union.
Diamond Propane in Blanding, Utah is the only locally owned and operated propane dealer in San Juan County. Call Chas Jacobson today at 435-678-2010 to fill your tank. Diamond Propane is a proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Welcome back to Kanab High School. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. It'll be San Juan basketball here coming out of their timeout. Lady Broncos trail the Kanab Lady Cowboys 62-24. And here's a Kamaya Fullwood 3, no good. Rebound is going to go out of bounds in favor of San Juan. So, man, Kamaya hit one. She's going to start taking them from long range all night now, or all afternoon. open the floodgates. San Juan can't cleanly get the ball in here as it's stolen away by Kanab. So a turnover against San Juan. Running down, missing a shot was Tavy Johnson, but Riley Little right there to clean it up on the putback. And let's see, I think San Juan had gotten an offensive rebound. We got a dead ball rebound in there somewhere. DeVay Mitchell has it for San Juan now. And, Cadence Mitchell puts up an 8-footer, no good. Rebounded by Kanab. 40-point lead now for the Lady Cowboys. 64-24. San Juan fans, of course, hoping the boys game will be a little bit closer here this afternoon. They'll follow this one. Both teams got wins last night against Parowan, but not going as well for the Lady Broncos here this afternoon. But it is the #1 team in the state, so isn't a huge surprise how well that Kanab is playing here. Well, there's a air ball thrown up on a great hustle play by Kanab as Tavery Johnson got herself out of position there on the baseline, and that allowed Casey Castino to throw it off her and back out of bounds. And so it will be a dead ball rebound for Kanab, but Riley Little airballed the three. And man, she would have caught a lot of guff for that if she was in a visiting gym, but not today. Now, an athletic effort by the senior, though, as she jumps up, alley-oop, taps it in on the inbound play. So she gets the points after all, 66-24. San Juan back the other way. Cadence Mitchell throwing up a quick release, no good. On the rebound, Kamaya Fullwood, I think, is fouled here. She will shoot 2. This is the first foul since the first quarter, I think. I don't think they called a single foul in the second quarter. And this is the first on Riley Little. Such an ironic name, as she's the absolute, hands down by a 1.5 tallest player on the floor.
Yeah, towering out there at 6'5" with the last name of Little.
Kamaya misses both, I think. Yeah, that's the case. So she's had a tough day at the line, 0 for 4. Kanab gets the rebound, and they've got it back in the offensive end with a 42-point lead now. And there's Cutler handing off. She'll get it back at the top of the key. Left wing now for Glazier. Back down in the corner they go to Little. She goes into the middle. I think it's obvious right now that Kanab is committed to working on their passing. Nobody taking shots here. Now they finally, after, I think they've got a commitment to have like 8 touches. And missing the 3 was Kennedy Glazier, but then Riley Little put it in on the putback. Another offensive rebound for Kanab. They're out rebounding San Juan 23-17. So that mark has increased here in the second half. We're down to 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. San Juan ends up having the ball stolen away here. Another turnover on the Lady Broncos. Kanab will run it across. Nope, I guess they're not having a commitment to a number of touches here as Cutler put up the 3. She missed. That's been rare lately. And a rebound for San Juan. Lady Broncos have it worked into the offensive end. Into the corner, Brooklyn Lehman 3 is no good. And on the rebound, I think Kamaya Fullwood loses it out of bounds, and so that'll be Kanab basketball. And they'll inbound, no press from San Juan, of course, and Castino will dribble it across. Now sends it in deeper. Well, they ran out of time. No shot here, so Kanab unaware of how much time they had left. Through 3 quarters here in Game 1 of a Region 18 doubleheader this afternoon in Kanab. The Lady Cowboys lead the San Juan Lady Broncos 68-24. We will take a break and return for the start of the fourth quarter. High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Red Sands Geomatics delivers professional land surveying and mapping services. Accurate, responsive, and fairly priced. Now serving the Four Corners area. Call or text Tyler at 435-459-2215 or visit redsandsgeomatics.com for a free quote.
San Juan County Adult Education empowers adults with technical, business, and college skills to join the workforce. Earn a high school diploma or GED. Visit a USU Learning Center or email gina.grover@sjsd.org to learn more. For over 75 years, San Juan Health has offered top medical care in Blanding, Monticello, and Spanish Valley. Visit SanJuanHealth.org for our services. San Juan Health, chasing perfection since 1947.
Welcome back to Kanab High School. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. I'm Rhett Sifford, Cortland Lyman on the mic as well. Caleb Carr running it on the video side on StreamUtah.Live. Want to say hi back home to my boys, Alan and James, watching and listening this afternoon, and my wife, Abby. It's kind of a fun wintry day today in Monticello and Eastland. A little bit of snow has fallen, so the boys hooking themselves up with a fort and watching the broadcast this afternoon. And it hasn't been too great of a game for the home fans yet here this afternoon. We're hoping the boys' game will be a little bit closer, but Kanab right now obviously dominating in this one. There's a three-point shot for Carson Cutler, no good. Kanab gets their own rebound, though, so they take a lot of time off and get another opportunity here. They've almost had the ball for the entire first minute of this third quarter here. Sorry, that's the fourth quarter now. Here's another three on the way from Castino. That one rims out. So the long-range shooting may have cooled off a little bit, but beating everybody to the loose ball and scoring it is J.D. Houston on another offensive rebound. And San Juan will now work it into the offensive end. Here's DeVay Mitchell. Lady Broncos missing a couple players here this afternoon against Kanab. Ella Stern's not with the team this weekend, and Sindel Atcity was injured in the JV game. So a couple big pieces not available this afternoon. Well, that was a hard hit, and they let him play as Lehman had missed the three. And I think it was at one point a defensive rebound for Kanab, and then lost out of bounds here. So that's going to be a turnover on Kanab.
Yeah, she went to grab that ball. Her foot slid and just slid right on out of bounds. So.
And a two on the way, good for DeVay Mitchell. And if she could have stepped back 6 inches, she'd have had a three right there. But 70-26 on the scoreboard. 6 minutes to go in the game. And Kanab with it in the offensive end. Down into the right corner, now dribbling up toward the right wing was Houston. She'll hand off. Now they get it at the top of the key. Inside the arc. That shot may have been partially blocked. They're going to say it's out of bounds on the baseline, but missing the jumper there was Taylor Kelly, I believe. The rebound is a dead ball rebound out of bounds for San Juan. And Bay Mitchell will run it across for San Juan. Hands to Maddie Adams, right wing. She'll bounce it into the corner for Fullwood. Back up to the right wing, Adams. They go around the horn here and now into the paint. Some nice quick passing. Cadence Mitchell misses the runner there, though, and it's rebounded by Kanab. Cowboys walking it across with time here. J.D. Houston. We are nearing 3 minutes into this fourth quarter, so 5 minutes to go in the game now. Left corner open was Houston, but she'll dribble it out to the wing. Hands it back into the corner for Castino. She'll dribble it out and then dish it to the top of the key. Airballing the three there is J.D. Houston, and that's very uncharacteristic. She hit 3 threes in this game earlier on. Obviously not in the fourth quarter yet, but a dead ball rebound here for San Juan as that went out of bounds. And the Lady Broncos work it in with 4.5 to go now. Maddie Adams at the top of the key. Her pass is intercepted, though, as she slung it down, intended for Kamaya Fullwood. And the Lady Cowboys will bring it back across. Castino with it on the wing. And they tried to dump it down to Little underneath, and that's stolen away by San Juan. Good defense underneath the basket for the Lady Broncos, and they'll set it up here. DeVay Mitchell slings it cross court. Brooklyn Lehman three goes off the glass and in. She'll say that's exactly how she drew that up. Her second three of the day makes it 72-29. Halfway through the fourth quarter now. I believe the clock is just pretty much running, although there hasn't really been any need to stop it at this point yet. I don't think it would have stopped under regular rules yet. Now we'll see. No, yeah, the clock is still running. So we are indeed under running clock rules as a three was off the mark from Castino. And a foul called against J.D. Houston here on the rebound. And fouls have been something that have been rare here in this second half, as Maddie Adams will put up a three. That one off the mark, rebounded by Kanab. The Lady Cowboys will get a chance to walk it across. It is J.D. Houston with the basketball, handing off as she goes through, and then Taylon Kelly eventually gets it. They'll swing it around the horn here. Three on the way from Houston, no. Rebounded by Kanab, though, and scoring is Casey Castino. They aren't announcing the baskets anymore for the home team. I guess at some point you cut it off when it's such a huge lead. And San Juan has it back in the offensive end. Maddie Adams with it. Driving in, and a nice little hook shot goes. 74-31. Well, they've only got 72 up on the board, so must have marked someone for an extra bucket at some point. I'll try to get that fixed. Here's a three on the way. That misses everything from J.D. Houston. And rebounded by San Juan. Lady Broncos get it into the corner, and a Brooklyn Layman three is good. That makes it 74-34. So San Juan down by 40. And it looks like a timeout is going to be called. We're going to probably get some underclassmen in for Kanab, I would say, to close this final 2 minutes out. Consult my iPad here and see who I gave a bucket. I'm going to, maybe it was Casey Castino. She's the only one I can think of who made one anytime recently. I don't know. Maybe they waved that bucket off. I'm not sure why that wouldn't have counted, but my score wrong, so I fixed it. And now on an inbound play, immediately laying it up and in is Taylon Kelly. So that makes it now 74-34. San Juan down by 40. And no, they don't really have anybody who hasn't been out here yet on the floor for Kanab. Nice drive for Kamaya Fullwood. But she knocked a player down going to the bucket. That'll be an offensive charge on Fullwood. And so Kanab will get the ball back here with 90 seconds to go in a running clock situation, as we're going to be tipping off the boys game here following this one, and that'll be in about 20 minutes, as scoring again for Kanab is Taylon Kelly. They got it underneath the bucket to her. He's kind of taken over Riley Little's spot down there on the post. And Maddie Adams a drive now, her shot blocked, but she is fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot two. And this will be Tavy Johnson, her third in the game. Again, have not had a lot of fouls in this game. And they will stop the clock here for these foul shots. Maddie Adams makes the first. 76-35. And 76-36 as she hits both. So Kanab is going to improve to 18-2 on the year. San Juan will fall to 9-7. Excuse me, 9-8. And now Brooklyn Layman, a nice steal for San Juan. She runs the floor and lays it up and in. Nice scoop and score for Brooklyn Layman. And it's 76-38. We are into the final half minute now of a game which has been dominated by the number one Kanab Lady Cowboys. And if you think the Broncos are going to get any kind of a break, that's not true. The boys team for the Cowboys also ranked number one in the state with only 2 losses on the year. We'll talk about that in just a moment. I'll try to go down and talk with Coach Easton Nielsen. I don't know if I'll have time to do that before we get underway, but we'll try to do that, get a pregame discussion with him as San Juan throws the ball away here, or it's intercepted, I should say, by Kanab down under the basket, and that's going to do it. As the final here this afternoon in the first game of this Region 18 doubleheader, 76-38 in favor of Kanab. We'll take a break and return with final game stats. Stay with us. It is high school hoops, a Region 18 doubleheader on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Here at Utah Navajo Health System, our mission statement is we exist to improve your quality of life through comprehensive, self-empowered, culturally sensitive, and amazing customer service.
Need fast internet in San Juan County? Emory Telecom delivers blazing fast fiber with no contracts and free installation. Power your home with reliable connectivity. Visit emorytelecom.com for details today.
Get the resources and quality of a big school education and the support of a smaller school at Utah State Blanding. Explore over 70 degree and certificate programs to find your perfect fit and experience personalized learning with small class sizes and dedicated faculty while getting the classic college experience. A Utah State education is affordable too, thanks to competitive tuition and tons of scholarship opportunities. Visit blanding.usu.edu to learn more about becoming an Aggie in Blanding.
Welcome back to Kanab High School. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. Rhett Sifford welcoming you back. Cortland Lyman is also on the air with us today, and Caleb Carr is running all the equipment for StreamUtah.Live. Other than the camera, Cortland's running the camera and also talking. So,
we double duty here.
We got a lot of kids running up and down on the stands here. We were just kind of joking. Cortland said he thinks there's a competition for who can stomp the hardest on the section of stands we're in, and it's true. We're getting jostled about up here, so we do apologize for the shaky camera, but it's out of our hands. All these Kanab fans relentlessly stomping on the stands next to us, most of them small in stature, and they're running everywhere. So, yeah, for my wife back home, it's not abnormal to have crazy kids out in public, so don't feel bad about it. And we're going to take a look at the final game stats here now as we close out the girls' side of things and get set for the boys to tip it off. But obviously an utter domination by the #1 Lady Cowboys here this afternoon, a 76-38 win. And it could have been uglier than it was. Obviously, Kanab let off the gas pedal a bit there for a good portion of that second half. But they ended up shooting 51% on the day, 31 of 61 from the floor. San Juan was 14 of 38 for 37%. From three-point range, Kanab, a very impressive 12 of 28 for 43%. So 12 threes here this afternoon, 6 of them from Carson Cutler. She was pretty unstoppable from long range. The other three-point baskets for Kanab, J.D. Houston had 3, 2 for Kennedy Glazier, 1 for Casey Castino. And so they shot the lights out from three-point range today. And again, 43% from beyond the arc. San Juan was not too shabby, 6 of 19 for 32%. 3 threes from Brooklyn Lehman, and 1 apiece for DeVay Mitchell, Cadence Mitchell, and Kamaya Fullwood. So reasonable day for San Juan from beyond the arc as well, but obviously they came up against the #1 team in the state, and I would say maybe the best three-point shooting team in the state as well among the 2A girls in Utah. Other team stats, we had 17 turnovers for San Juan, 7 for Kanab. So that was a mark that was tough for San Juan. The 1 block shot for Kanab, and 13 steals for the Lady Cowboys, just 3 for San Juan. That kind of tells the tale right there. Individual scoring, and Kanab had 5 girls in double-digit scoring today. Carson Cutler and Riley Little led the way, tied with 18 points apiece. It was a 13-point day for Casey Castino. J.D. Houston had 11. And then rounding out the scoring, it was Taylin Kelly with 10 points. Then rounding out the scoring was Kennedy Glazier with 6. So they spread it around. Everybody got on the board except for Tavy Johnson, interestingly enough, off the bench for Kanab, but all the players otherwise who were in scored for Kanab. We already mentioned the three-point baskets. Individual scoring for San Juan, it was Brooklyn Lehman leading the way with 11. Cadence Mitchell had 9 on the day. 7-point day for DeVay Mitchell. 6 for Maddie Adams. And 5 for Kamaya Fullwood rounds it out. And so San Juan suffers the tough 76-38 loss as they drop to 9-8 on the season. Meanwhile, Kanab improving to a very impressive 18-2 on the year. So the boys getting set to tip it off here this afternoon. It looks like we've got a few minutes. I may go down and see if I can get a real quick conversation in with head coach Easton Nielsen before we tip this one off here today. But looks like the boys going to be wearing their third jerseys, the black jerseys with the blue numbers and the gold highlighting. And Kanab going to be wearing home white today, of course. Stay with us. We'll take a break, and then when we come back, we'll switch gears and move into the boys' side of things to close out this week. And this should be a fun one with the San Juan boys taking on the #1 Kanab Cowboys here in just a little bit. Stay with us. It is the final game of a Region 18 quadruple header this weekend here on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
In career and technical education, your classroom is more than a place to learn. It's where your future begins. Here, you will learn real-world skills, explore your passions, and turn your talent into opportunity. Whether you are drawn to healthcare technology, trades, or design, CTE helps you take that next step with confidence, learn the skills, build your dream, and step into your career, starting today.
Desert Rivers Credit Union offers mortgages, low fees, and great rates for all credit scores. Enjoy local service and a nationwide ATM network. Desert Rivers Credit Union, for people, not profit.
San Juan Building Supply in Blanding has lumber, tools, and building materials for any project. Enjoy quality products and expert advice. Call 435-678-2000 or come in and see us at 1050 South Main Street.
Since 2009, Blue Mountain Hospital has set the standard for rural healthcare, bringing excellence in healing, quality care, and inspired staff to San Juan County. We offer the county's only accredited sleep center, compassionate labor and delivery, top-tier emergency care, and flexible dialysis options. At BMH, our comprehensive services are delivered by a passionate team. Visit bmhutah.org to learn more. We can't wait to meet you.
San Juan Public Health in Blanding offers vital records, immunizations, WIC, and health education. Protect your family's health with our services. Visit 735 South 200 West or call 43558733838.
Holiday Construction is your one-stop source for gravel, concrete, excavation services, and custom hauling. We've proudly served San Juan County with quality and dedication for over 40 years. Call Holiday Construction today at 435-678-2028. We're proud supporters of high school sports and our community.
With a changing economy and advancing technology, it's time that marketing and selling of real estate in San Juan County catches up. Four Corners Homes and Property Management is changing the game. Every Four Corners Homes listing includes 3D mapping and virtual tours, professional photos, a digital and global 21st century footprint, and marketing exposure that makes it easy for buyers to find and identify what makes your listing unique. Marketing and exposure sells real estate, and if you want the best, you need Four Corners Homes on your team. Find us at fourcornershomes.net or call 801-404-0058.
Ready to own a home across Utah or Colorado? The Britt Barton team at Primary Residential Mortgage, with over 30 years experience, delivers custom loans, great rates, and friendly advice. Sit with Britt and begin your journey today. Primary Residential Mortgage Incorporated is an equal housing lender, MLS number 3094.
Pain or injury sidelining you? Precision Rehab restores you and your loved ones back to peak performance with physical therapy in Monticello, Blanding, Montezuma Creek, and Monument Valley. Covered by most insurances. Call 43567838869 or visit PrecisionRehabUtah.com.
Planning a weekend project? Red Zay's Hardware in Blanding has paint, tools, grills, and yard supplies from top brands like Craftsman and Weber. Visit us for great deals and expert advice.
In 1957, Lyle and Clea Johnson founded Lyle Northern Electric. What began as a small business in their family home has grown into the prominent local company it is today, a third-generation owned and operated company. Lyle Northern Electric is honored to have served the people of San Juan County for the past 65 years and is a proud supporter of high school sports.
Buying, selling, or refinancing. Trust Anderson Oliver Title Insurance Agency, Southeastern Utah's only locally owned title company, serving San Juan and Grand counties for over 25 years. Visit us today.
At Energy Fuels, creating opportunities and participating in the local community is important to us. Thanks to our dedicated employees, we're safely producing critical materials that support cleaner energy sources and a better planet for future generations. Knowing that the youth of today will make great contributions tomorrow, Energy Fuels is a proud supporter of high school athletics within our communities.
Blue Mountain Foods, Monticello's hometown grocer, offers fresh meat, deli, bakery, and curbside pickup. Check BlueMountainFoods.com for weekly specials. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 64 West Center Street.
Canyonlands Tire and Blanding offers top quality tires, auto repairs, and fast service. Stop by for all your tire needs. Your local tire experts at Canyonlands Tire.
At Red Mechanical, we believe strong communities start with strong support, and that includes cheering on our local high school athletes. We've proudly served the Four Corners with dependable HVAC and plumbing solutions, keeping homes and businesses comfortable season after season. From the field to your front door, we're here for you. Red Mechanical, proud supporters of high school sports and our local communities.
San Juan Credit Union. Your money, your future, your credit union. We have branches available in Blanding, Monticello, and Bluff. Come on down and see us.
San Juan County Adult Education empowers adults with technical, business, and college skills to join the workforce, earn a high school diploma, or GED. Visit a USU Learning Center or email gina.grover@sjsd.org to learn more. For over 75 years, San Juan Health has offered top medical care in Blanding, Monticello, and Spanish Valley. Visit SanJuanHealth.org for our services. San Juan Health, chasing perfection since 1947.
Utah-Navajo Health System is a series of community health centers providing medical, dental, and behavioral health care to Utah-Navajo. With operations in Blanding, Montezuma Creek, Monument Valley, Navajo Mountain, and Monticello, UNHS offers a remarkable variety of services to our patients throughout San Juan County and the northern portion of Navajo Nation.
Need fast internet in San Juan County? Emory Telcom delivers blazing fast fiber with no contracts and free installation. Power your home with reliable connectivity. Visit EmoryTelcom.com for details today.
Get the resources and quality of a big school education and the support of a smaller school at Utah State Blanding. Explore over 70 degree and certificate programs to find your perfect fit and experience personalized learning with small class sizes and dedicated faculty while getting the classic college experience. A Utah State education is affordable too, thanks to competitive tuition and tons of scholarship opportunities. Visit blanding.usu.edu to learn more about becoming an Aggie in Blanding.
Welcome back to Kanab High School. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live, the fourth and final game of a four-game weekend that we've had. Two in Parowan last night, both San Juan teams winning in those. And the San Juan boys in a nail-biter last night, 52-50 over the Rams. Today, the San Juan girls unfortunately losing big in game 1 today here at Kanab against the number 1 teams in the state in both the girls and boys ranks. And so the boys going to try to close it out with a big upset win here today against the Kanab Cowboys. We'll preview this game here real quick, and we will talk about the Kanab boys to start it off. And what can you say? Just like the girls, only 2 losses on the season for them. They are 14-2. They've won 11 games in a row, including 65-58 over San Juan back on December 20th. And that was the 3rd win in a row for them after their loss to North Summit on December 13th. Obviously, only their 2nd loss, or only other loss, at Chinle, Arizona, back on November 22nd to start the year, and that may have been an overtime game. 69-67 was the final in that one. Max Preps doesn't show overtime on the record, on the win-loss record page, unfortunately, the standings. And so, unfortunately, I'm not sure if that one went to overtime or not. But the San Juan boys looking for the big upset here today. Kanab is coached by Jaron Glazier in his 5th year. He has got a 91-30 all-time record. And the leading scorers for Kanab, it is Kyle Brown, the 6'2 senior, averaging almost 20 points a game. Number 23, Carson Visser in 2nd place with an almost 18-point average. And Tice Hill, the other man in double-digit scoring for Kanab, almost 12.5 points a game for him. So that's a quick look at Kanab. We're going to switch it over real quick. We've only got a couple minutes left before they tip. And we'll talk about the San Juan Broncos now on the pregame. And we did just reach out and get a little conversation with Coach Easton Nielsen, who's in his 3rd year, by the way, for the San Juan Broncos. He's got a 35-35 overall record, so he's back to 500 now, which he's been striving for that point for a little while, or at least in my mind he has. I'm the one who keeps that stats. He probably has no idea. But, yeah, it'd be neat to see him get over the 500 mark here this afternoon with a big upset against number 1 Kanab. But we did get a chance to talk with Coach Nielsen. Here's what he has to say as his team goes up against Kanab here this afternoon. Coach, good win for you guys last night. I hope you got some good rest. You're up against the number 1 team in the state here today.
Nowhere else we'd rather be right now. We're excited to be here and excited to come back out and see if we've improved a little bit from last time, because we were dang close to knocking them off the first time. So,
what are you going to have to do different here today that you weren't able to do at home?
I mean, one of the things we've got to do is maintain the defensive effort that gave us a chance in that game. And so we're making a couple adjustments, but Visser, Brown, those are 2 guys we want to make sure they don't get going. Castino and Hill can stretch the floor. Offensively, we just have to stay aggressive, and we can't sit out if they zone us again and sit on the 3-point line. We've got to get to the rim and get paint touches and kickouts. So that's going to be a focus. And then obviously rebounding. That's what's going to control the game. Whoever rebounds better is going to control the game. And so we need to win that battle.
Coach, I hear you say that you're all excited. Do you feel like the boys believe they can do it here today?
Oh, I know they believe they can. Yeah, I mean, they go into every game believing they can win. They really do. They've come a long ways, and I felt like there's been a lot of growth in the last 10 days, like I told you last night. I feel really good about the way this team feels coming into today.
All right, the crowd's filing in. It's going to be a fun one. Looking for the big upset. Have a good one out there tonight, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And a big thanks to Coach Easton Nielsen for chatting with us before the game, and big thanks to him. Obviously a lot going on, and just carved out some time for us. They're bringing the American flag down from the sky now, so you should be able to see that on StreamUtah.Live. We're going to basically turn it over to the PA. There will be a national anthem. I think it's going to be via electric guitar here this afternoon, so this should be fun, and then we'll keep it with the PA as they call the starters tonight as well for this game. So we will turn it over to the PA now. They are making some initial announcements, and then the national anthem is coming up right now.
Here to honor our nation with a presentation of the national anthem will be Kanab High's McKenna Shepard. Again, we'd like to welcome everybody out this afternoon to Kanab High School for this Region 18 matchup between your Kanab Cowboys and the visiting San Juan Broncos. Now the starting lineup for both teams. First, for the visiting San Juan Broncos. Senior, wearing number 55, Trip Palmer. Senior, wearing number 2, Jagger Eves. Number 31, Cole Duke. Number 30, Baylor Nelson. And senior ring number 0, George McNaughton. The head coach of the Broncos is Easton Nelson. And now the starting lineup for your Kanab Cowboys. At guard, senior number 2, Kyle Brown. At guard, senior ring number 4, Tice Hill. At forward, junior ring number 11, Latimer Glover. At guard, senior ring number 12, Trey Castano. And at power forward, senior ring number 23, Carson Visser. The head coach of the Cowboys is Jared Glazier. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for some Cowboys.
All right, for those watching on StreamUtah.Live, they cut the lights and make a big production of it as they announce the starters. I don't know if you could hear them clearly. Give me just a second to get my iPad set to score this game, and I'll call them. For Kanab, it's Kyle Brown, Tice Hill, Latimer Glover, Trey Castino, and Carson Visser. For San Juan, George McNaughton, Jagger Neves, Baylor Nielsen, Cole Duke, and Trip Palmer. And it's odd to hear a visiting PA man call Jagger Neves. So we got that today. And Kanab possesses off the opening tip. We are underway. On the far side is Castino. Driving in, then kicking out, and a shot is up for Brown, no good. The leading scorer rebounded by San Juan, so the Broncos don't suffer any damage on Kanab's first possession of the game. Now the Broncos almost lose the ball, but Jagger Neves tracks it down over here on the near side. Goes right side for Baylor Nielsen, back up top for Neves. He'll drive through the wing on the left side, dish it back out to Trip Palmer. And now a cross-court pass was almost intercepted. San Juan with some quick passing. Got it back to Trip Palmer. He misses the 10-footer. And we're going to get our first foul as the Broncos challenged on the baseline here. George McNaughton made contact with the hand. And so that will give it back to Kanab. Or give it to Kanab, I will say. They did get a defensive rebound on that play. And now walking it in is Visser. He gets a return pass, drives through the right wing, kicks it back out for Brown. Over on the wing again for Castino. Left-handed shot is off the mark from three-point range. San Juan with a rebound. And running the floor, having the shot blocked is Cole Duke that time. So a block for Kanab and a defensive rebound for Kanab. Duke missing the shot. There's Castino. I couldn't find his name on my roster, and now Brown has it on the left wing for Kanab. He'll come right side to Glover. Glover dribbles to the top of the key. San Juan not even guarding him. And Kanab right now just kind of standing still. A little bit of walking, but nobody really moving their feet very quick for this Kanab offense. They set a pick. Brown rolls around it, missed the three, and the rebound is out of bounds off Kanab. San Juan ball. So interesting setup there. They wanted to get Brown with the shot opportunity, it looks like. It'll be a dead ball rebound for San Juan. We are still scoreless 2 minutes into this one. Here's Trip Palmer trying to lean in and lay that one in. He can't in traffic, but the Broncos get an offensive rebound, their first of the game. Baylor Nielsen drains the three, and that gets us underway. A 3-0 lead for the Broncos.
I hope we get to see a lot more out of that Baylor, those deep threes. I know he was practicing those during the halftime of the girls' game. He practiced them, out here during warm-up. So he likes those deep threes. Hopefully we can see a handful of them.
And coming back the other way, offensive foul against Kanab. So the Broncos will get the ball back here and an opportunity to add to this slim lead. We're obviously very early on, 2.5 minutes in. Cole Duke has it, sling it right side for Nielsen. Duke gets it back. Now left side, Jagger Neves puts up a three. Rebound down to Kanab. As he missed. And they run the floor, and out ahead of everybody, Tice Hill will score. And that pulls Kanab back to within 1, 3-2 as they get their first bucket of the game. Cole Duke on the right wing almost lost the handle, gives back to Neves. Neves surveying the scene. Nielsen is wide open left side. They get it to him. He steps right, puts up the three, no. Trip Palmer is right there. He's being pushed, and he'll go up with the shot. He's fouled. He'll shoot two. I was going to say all he had to do is rise up for that shot, and he would draw the foul here. He's being actively pushed by Carson Visser. So Nielsen missed the three, but a nice offensive rebound again for San Juan. They've had two here in the early stages, and now Trip Palmer can add some points here from the line. Unable, though, on the first shot. And so it remains 3-2. Neither team has turned the ball over yet in this game. We are not quite halfway through the first quarter, but almost. And Tripp gets a very nice roll. It took a minute, but finally falls, and the Broncos lead 4-2. As Castino tries to drive left, and they're going to call Jagger Neves for a foul as Castino fell into him, basically. And so that'll be San Juan's second foul in this first quarter. Kanab also has two in the first quarter. That's the first against Neves. Here's Castino with it, top of the key. Left side for Tice Hill. Missed the three. Rebound down to Trip Palmer. And San Juan will transition across the line. Jagger Neves with it. Comes left side for Cole Duke. In the middle. Dish back out real quick for Neves. Missed the three. San Juan with an offensive rebound here, though. Another opportunity in traffic. George McNaughton hands off to Jagger Neves. His shot won't go, but he taps the rebound back out to McNaughton out high. So two offensive rebounds, but now the Broncos turn the ball over. As this will be stolen by Kanab. They work it in quickly. And up at the top of the key, Carson Visser, the senior forward and center. And he's just standing there right now at the top of the key. They'll work it back around to the right side for Brown. Right wing. Up top for Hill. Left side again for Visser. Visser comes up top for Castino. 8 on the shot clock for Kanab. Castino makes a move. Now Visser gets it back from him. George McNaughton keeps him on the perimeter. Visser has to put up the three. No good. Trip Palmer with the rebound. And the Broncos, again, remain up 4-2. Here's a three for Baylor Nielsen. No good. That would have been a nice bucket for San Juan, but it's not to be. And a defensive rebound for Kanab.
That was a good look from Baylor, too. Not certainly the result we didn't want, but not a bad shot either.
Yeah, he's pretty much going to take the shot if he gets any kind of time like he had there. He was wide open, and just a second was all, but that's all he needs. Oh, and my goodness, that's a football play down low, and now a little jaw-jacking down there after the play as Latimer Glover mouthing off to Jagger Neves. Neves now signaling the crying motion toward Glover. So it's already begun here this afternoon between these teams. And San Juan ended up getting the dead ball rebound there. Actually, that's a turnover on Kanab as they lost it out of bounds. And now in the middle, Cash Palmer can't handle a pass in his feet. It's going to be stolen by Kanab coming the other way. Kyle Brown on the far wing. Send it on the near side to Castino, down into the corner for Glover. Glover will dribble with the left hand, pick it up, hand to Castino. Castino trying to get around Baylor Nielsen. He'll end up kicking it out wide. A three, no good from Tice Hill. And the rebound, San Juan. After they wrestled for it for a little bit, now Baylor Nielsen goes right side to Jagger Neves. Neves on the wing, dumps it onto the baseline. Cash Palmer zips it back out high. Here's a three on the way for Baylor Nielsen, rims out. Rebounded by Kanab. It remains 4-2 in a very low-scoring first quarter between these two teams right now. We're into the final 2 minutes. And Visser will hand off to Brown. Now on the wing for Hill. He'll send it to Castino, left of the key. Castino's three was short. And a shot blocked by Trip Palmer, they say, is a foul on Trip. Offensive rebound for Kanab, and then resulted in the foul against Trip Palmer, who has been held to 1 point here in the early stages, just that bucket from the line. It's 4-2, and Glover could tie it up here, but now he can't as he misses the front end. And both of these teams having trouble right now scoring points. I'd say maybe the defenses are outworking the offenses here is the deal. But, of course, the foul shooting, there's no defense involved here. Neither team has started very strong from the line in the early stages, and Glover misses both right here. So both teams cold from the line, and it remains 4-2 with 1:40 to go in the opening quarter. Quick passing by San Juan. Trip Palmer dumps it down underneath the bucket to Cash Palmer. He's not able to score from right underneath the basket, though. And a rebound for Kanab as they work it into the offensive end. Kyle Brown has it high on the wing. He'll dribble to the midcourt paint. They try to set a pick now. They move off of that. Glover now does set a pick. Brown goes around it. And a shot high off the glass as he just put it up with one hand. No good. Rebounded by San Juan. Broncos run in transition. Here's Brig Palmer circling the wagons in the corner. He'll hand to Baylor Nielsen at the midcourt line. Nielsen gets it back. He's out high at the top of the key. Now Cash Palmer takes a pass from Trip Palmer. This time he does lay it in off the glass. And finally, one of these two teams is back on the board. 8 points in this first half. We're into the final minute. It's 6-2 San Juan. Here's Brown on a drive. Lobs it up toward the bucket. No good. San Juan a great job to get the rebound. And right now I'd say that's the story. San Juan out rebounding Kanab in this. 12-7 now. And that's unofficial, but I think that's fairly accurate as Cash Palmer drains a 10-footer for the Broncos. Back-to-back buckets for the big senior. And San Juan increases the lead to 6. It's 8-2. Kyle Brown walks it in for Kanab in the final 15 seconds now. Shot clock is off. And here is a man off the bench here for Kanab. Easton Gilberg puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by San Juan. They're running out of time here. 1 second to go. Baylor Nielsen three. Oh, it almost fell. It took two bounces off the rim and went off the glass as well. So Gilbert missed. San Juan got the rebound, and Baylor Nielsen missed the three at the buzzer. But the Broncos lead 8-2 through the first 8 minutes. In this one, above the number one team in the state, the Kanab Cowboys. We'll take a break and return for the start of the second. Stay with us. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Red Sands Geomatics delivers professional land surveying and mapping services. Accurate, responsive, and fairly priced. Now serving the Four Corners area. Call or text Tyler at 435-459-2215 or visit redsandsgeomatics.com for a free quote.
In career and technical education, your classroom is more than a place to learn. It's where your future begins. Here, you'll gain real-world skills and turn your talent into opportunity. Learn the skills, build your dream, and step into your career starting today.
Desert Rivers Credit Union offers mortgages, low fees, and great rates for all credit scores. Enjoy local service and a nationwide ATM network. Desert Rivers Credit Union, for people, not profit.
Back live to Kanab High School. High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. As we begin the second quarter, that was a very fast first frame. And this is the fourth of our four-game swing this weekend. 2 in Parowan last night as the Broncos send the opening volley in the second quarter as Trip Palmer spins and hits a 10-footer. And so San Juan increases the lead to 10-2. Now the ball is kicked out of bounds by Jagger Neves, but San Juan playing great defense, just like Coach Nielsen said they needed to here in this first quarter. And Kanab will be forced to re-inbound the basketball here in the offensive end, and Castaino's on the sideline, gets it into Gilbert. Gilbert, as they set a pick, Visser, and Gilbert went right around it. Now a great strong rebound by San Juan as Jagger Neves rips it away. Gilbert had missed the shot, and Neves has it in the offensive end, gives to Nielsen. Neves gets it back, now left side for Duke. Back to Nielsen, top of the key, Neves. Now Nielsen gets it on the right side. Now Neves, left side for Duke. Dribbles in to the bucket. He's fouled. The bucket will not go. It almost fell, but he'll go to the line and shoot two. This will be on Trey Castaino, his first. And the first for either team in the second quarter. It's an 8-point, 10-2 lead for San Juan. Here in this second quarter, we're almost a minute in, and Cole Duke rims in the first of his foul shots. So he's on the board.
It's good to get Cole on the board early. I mean, we went all three quarters, all three periods yesterday, and fourth period he finally got on there. So it's good to get him going early.
Indeed, he missed as a second one, unfortunately, for San Juan here, but that does increase the lead to 9, 11-2. As Kyle Brown controls for Kanab in their offensive end. Castaino now on the wing. Visser will take the left wing three, and that one rims in. And so Kanab, after San Juan held him to just 2 first quarter points, increases that to 5 with a 3-point basket. 11-5 is the score. 6.5 to go in the half. As Jagger Neves' pass was deflected out of bounds by Brown right to the ref who caught the ball. And so he doesn't have to go very far to hand this to Baylor Nielsen on the far side.
Yeah, he knows exactly where it went out of bounds. Just say, hey, take it right here.
So San Juan resets here with now 17 on the shot clock. Neves faked the three from way out high. Oh, he's going to take it. If they back off him, I guess he'll take it. He is going to get the 3 ball away now. No good. Now they battle for the loose ball, and Kanab is going to track it down. So it was a battle there for a moment. Now Castaino slings it from underneath the bucket out to Glover on the wing, and he'll get it back, as the Broncos did a great job keeping Kanab on the perimeter on that play. Now Kyle Brown at the top of the key. Hands to Visser. Brown gets it back top of the key. Now they set a pick. Castaino goes right through the paint but did not look to shoot. Now Brown gets it, spins away from Cole Duke. He scores and a foul. So that was a pretty bucket from Kyle Brown. You see why he's their leading scorer there. With the circle button, spin move to the bucket, and he scores. And he'll get an add one opportunity here. First foul of the night on Cole Duke. And Brown's shot bounces off. So, boy, neither team really strong from the line yet. Now it was a defensive rebound for San Juan, but they turn it over at midcourt as Kanab steals. Brown under the basket. The reverse layup is good. So the Broncos held them quiet in the first quarter, but not so here in the second as the Kanab offense is heating up. And it's 11-9. San Juan just got to continue with their play here and not let it faze them. George McNaughton thought he might have gotten fouled there under the bucket, but his shot went off the underside of the rim, and it's snagged by Kanab. So the Cowboys could tie the game here for the first time since it was knotted at 0-all. Visser has it on the left wing for the Cowboys. Down into the corner, Castaino misses a 2. Rebounded by Trip Palmer. And he'll hand to Jagger Neves, who weaves it across the line. Nice dribbling. He can't penetrate, though. George McNaughton has it in the paint, spins against Visser, puts the shot up, and it falls. Nice work by George McNaughton. And now Castaino will walk it across. San Juan's lead back to 4 points, 13-9. Castaino trying to go around Baylor Nielsen. He does. Pulls up for the 4-footer and hits. That's his first points of the night. It's not night yet. It's afternoon still, so I'll correct myself. As Neves has it, quick passing by San Juan. I think Trip Palmer might have been thinking dunk there. Instead, he goes high off the glass. That was Trip Palmer.
Yeah,
yep.
that was Trip there. I'm with you. I think he was wanting to dunk that.
Yeah, and then he lost the handle, so then he had to just put it up off the glass, and it was too hard on the shot. So the Broncos miss an opportunity to score there. And now the Broncos trying to steal the ball away. It's loose. Kanab will corral it. And now Visser for three, short. Baylor Nielsen tracks down the rebound for San Juan, and they run it in, but they'll have to pull up and set up a play here. And now a three up for Jagger Neves. I don't think touched anything, goes out of bounds, and that'll be Kanab basketball. So a dead ball rebound for the Cowboys. 13-11 in what has been a fairly low-scoring affair here so far. And it's been fast-paced. Already just 3:30 left in this first half. As Kyle Brown will walk it across for Kanab. Cole Duke defending him, and he'll go left wing now for Castino. Castino gives it back to Brown. They got a kind of a default double team in there on Brown. Now Visser will try to spin away from McNaughton. He does, and got it to number 25, Walker Baird, who misses a jumper. Rebounded by San Juan. The Broncos going to try to add to the lead here. Georgia McNaughton takes a pass from Neves. Spins into the middle. Good job to get the ball away from the Kanab D, but he can't score. And the Cowboys pull down the rebound. McNaughton found himself open for a brief moment, but the shot was too hard off the glass. And Kanab looking to tie again. Here's a three out of the left corner, though, for Hill. That one bounces off, rebounded by San Juan. And Coach Nielsen wants a timeout. 2:35 to go in the first half. Broncos have led from the start, but it's slim right now, 13-11 over the number one ranked Kanab Cowboys here in Kanab. These two teams played each other back on December 20th, and it was a 7-point win for Kanab, 65-58. And that's one of those games that might not be indicative of the exact game at the end when you have to start fouling a team and they're hitting foul shots that can kind of get stretched out more than the game itself actually was. But a close game between these two teams back in December, and right now San Juan leading by just 2 here on Kanab's home court. After this timeout here, it'll be San Juan basketball, 2:35 to go in the first half. As the Broncos inbound in the backcourt, Jagger Neves will walk it in. A little give and go with Baylor Nielsen and he. And now Trip Palmer gets a pass right of the paint, spins and misses the 8-footer. And rebounded by Kanab, and they run the floor. George McNaughton gets back under the bucket to knock a pass intended for Carson Visser out of bounds. So Kanab will reset with 30 on the shot clock here and 2:17 left in the game. And the pass I thought was going to be intercepted, but Nielsen couldn't corral that. Now a three again for Hill, no good. Rebounded by San Juan. And so right now the Broncos enjoying some cold shooting from the Kanab Cowboys. Here's Trip Palmer, dishes it out to the top of the key. Jagger Neves knocks down the three. 16-11 is the score. A 5-point advantage for San Juan with 1:45 to go in the half. Here's Castino into the middle, gives to Visser under the bucket. He misses the fade. Rebounded by San Juan. And the Broncos walk it across. They can add to the lead here. Nielsen dumps it up high, and Trip Palmer had it. Now Cole Duke for three, no. Rebounded by Kanab. And the Cowboys will run it across. Castino pulls up for three, no. And the rebound to San Juan. We're going to get a Kanab foul on the ensuing play. That'll be on Tice Hill. His first and 2 for Kanab here in this second quarter. This has been I don't know if this officiating crew just prefers, I don't know if this is the same guys who were in the girls' game or not, but there have not been a lot of fouls called at all this afternoon, and I am getting confirmation that it is.
Yeah, they're not eager to blow their whistle, are they? They're letting them play. Yeah. They're letting them be physical, and
And it hasn't gotten out of hand.
Yeah, and I don't know if they have afternoon plans or something, but this clock is running really quick.
It is running. It's not a running clock, but Jagger Neves hits his second 3 in a row. The Broncos senior has 6, and San Juan's back on top by 8, 19-11, under a minute to go now in the first half. As the Broncos looking for the big upset here this afternoon against number 1 Kanab, leading here in the first half. There's Castino giving to Visser. He'll get it back. A left corner 3 is up. No good. Rebounded offensively, though. So Kanab will get another chance. Falling down and being called for the travel, though, is Grady Anderson. So that'll turn it back over to San Juan. And the Broncos, leading by 8, have just enough time here. There's a 2-second disparity on the shot clock and the game clock. So they could use all this shot clock time and get a bucket to close out the half. That'd be ideal. Jagger Neves almost had the ball knocked away from him, but he gets it to Trip Palmer, now gets a return pass. San Juan running a play. They're not going to hold off shooting, though. Trip Palmer floats up a shot, no good, from kind of behind the glass on the left side and rebounded by Kanab. And now knocking down a 3 is Grady Anderson. So I know why Coach Glazier brought Anderson in as he hits the 3. The sophomore guard has the hot hand right now. San Juan throws the ball away over on the far sideline. And so that'll be the 4th turnover against the Broncos. And now that's it. They ran out of time. Broncos were trying to make a play, but no time left, as I don't even think Kanab got the shot away there. So 1 half in the books. And the San Juan Broncos lead the Kanab Cowboys 19-14 after 16 minutes. Stay with us. We'll get some first half stats when we come back. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Since 2009, Blue Mountain Hospital has set the standard for rural health care, bringing excellence in healing, quality care, and inspired staff to San Juan County. We offer the county's only accredited sleep center, compassionate labor and delivery, top-tier emergency care, and flexible dialysis options. At BMH, our comprehensive services are delivered by a passionate team. Visit bmhutah.org to learn more. We can't wait to meet you.
San Juan Public Health in Blanding offers vital records, immunizations, WIC, and health education. Protect your family's health with our services. Visit 735 South 200 West or call 43558733838.
Holiday Construction is your one-stop source for gravel, concrete, excavation services, and custom hauling. We've proudly served San Juan County with quality and dedication for over 40 years. Call Holiday Construction today at 435-678-2028. We're proud supporters of high school sports and our community.
With a changing economy and advancing technology, it's time that marketing and selling of real estate in San Juan County catches up. Four Corners Homes and Property Management is changing the game. Every Four Corners Homes listing includes 3D mapping and virtual tours, professional photos, a digital and global 21st century footprint, and marketing exposure that makes it easy for buyers to find and identify what makes your listing unique. Marketing and exposure sells real estate, and if you want the best, you need Four Corners Homes on your team. Find us at fourcornershomes.net or call 801-404-0058.
Diamond Propane in Blanding, Utah is the only locally owned and operated propane dealer in San Juan County. Call Chas Jacobson today at 435-678-2010 to fill your tank. Diamond Propane is a proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Men can take a hit. We can tough it out. We're told to suck it up a lot more than we're asked to talk it out. But the truth is, the only way to tackle what's up here is by talking it out. To simply say what we're feeling. With friends, family, or the Utah Crisis Hotline. Put this number in your contacts right now. And if you're ever wondering if you have someone to talk to, you do. 24/7.
Ready to own a home in Utah or Colorado? The Britt Barton team at Primary Residential Mortgage, with over 30 years experience, crafts personalized loans with top rates and expert support. Buying, refinancing, or building your dream home? We've got you covered. Sit with Britt and begin your home ownership adventure. Visit our local pros for all your mortgage lending needs. Primary Residential Mortgage Incorporated is an equal housing lender, MLS number 3094.
Welcome back to Kanab High School. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. Halftime show going on here, and at halftime, the visiting San Juan Broncos lead the number 1 Kanab Cowboys 19-14. And the Broncos outscoring Kanab 8-2 in the first quarter, 12-11. Kanab wins the second quarter. So obviously the Kanab offense heated up quite a lot. And the Broncos' lead is slim, a 5-point lead after one half of play, but they do lead Kanab. And we'll take a look at some first half stats for you now as we look at the team shooting in that first half. And from the floor, neither team very impressive. Kanab 6 of 25 for 24%. San Juan 7 of 26 for 27%. From inside the arc, Kanab 4 of 13, 31%. San Juan was 4 of 14 for 29%. From three-point range, the Broncos have the edge, 3 of 12 for 25%. Kanab was 2 of 12 for 17%. And San Juan was the best foul shooting team in that first half, but just 2 of 4 for 50%. Kanab 0 of 3. And so we know that Kanab will come on in the second half. The Broncos will have to obviously not only weather the storm, but find a way to continue the offense as well. More team stats in the turnover department, fairly even. I've got 4 turnovers for San Juan, 2 for Kanab, 1 block shot for the Cowboys, and 3 steals for the Cowboys, none for San Juan. So that's my unofficial team stats. Individual scoring now. And we will start it off with Kanab. It's a 4-point afternoon so far for Kyle Brown, their team's leading scorer. 3 points each for Carson Visser and Grady Anderson. And 2 points apiece for Tice Hill and Trey Castino. The 3-point baskets, 2 of them, 1 each for Grady Anderson off the bench for Kanab and Carson Visser. So really one of their biggest buckets was that 3-point basket from Grady Anderson, who had come off the bench, not even a starter in this game. For San Juan, Jagger Neves leads all scorers with 2 3-point baskets, so he's got 6. Cash Palmer has 4, 3 for Baylor Nielsen and Trip Palmer each. And it's a 2-point night for George McNaughton so far. Cole Duke has 1 with the 2 Jagger Neves threes. The other is from Baylor Nielsen. He got that one early on. I think that was San Juan's first bucket. And so the Broncos will look to continue the momentum against Kanab here as they come out to warm up for the second half. It was a good first half for San Juan, and we'll see if they can maintain the pace. That was one of the fastest first halves in my memory. That thing took I think it took about 25 minutes to play that first half. So after this is all said and done today, we may not be joining Monticello in progress. We may be done in time for them to start their broadcast at 3. We'll see. We got about 25 minutes until that time, and I know they're going to be starting with the girls' game there in Green River. So that'll be coming up after this game. We will be joining Monticello's Region 19 doubleheader in progress in Green River. So we'll take one final break here to close out this halftime report, and then we'll come back for the start of the third quarter. Stay with us. It's High School Hoops, the 4th and final game of a 4-game weekend here on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Pain or injury sidelining you? Precision Rehab restores you and your loved ones back to peak performance with physical therapy in Monticello, Blanding, Montezuma Creek, and Monument Valley. Covered by most insurances. Call 435-678-3869 or visit precisionrehabutah.com.
Planning a weekend project? Red's Ace Hardware in Blanding has paint, tools, grills, and yard supplies from top brands like Craftsman and Weber. Visit us for great deals and expert advice.
Here at Lisle Northern Electric, we take pride in our highly qualified team, dedicated to serving our community. Whether you need commercial, residential, or solar electrical services, our certified experts are ready to meet your needs. We are proud to support our community, especially our youth and high school athletics. Lisle Northern Electric, serving our community since 1957.
Buying, selling, or refinancing. Trust Anderson Oliver Title Insurance Agency, Southeastern Utah's only locally owned title company, serving San Juan and Grand counties for over 25 years. Visit us today.
At Energy Fuels, creating opportunities and participating in the local community is important to us. Thanks to our dedicated employees, we're safely producing critical materials that support cleaner energy sources and a better planet for future generations. Knowing that the youth of today will make great contributions tomorrow, Energy Fuels is a proud supporter of high school athletics within our communities.
Welcome back to Kanab High School as we open the second half, and the first shot of the half, Latimer Glover missing a three, rebounded by San Juan. Broncos promptly run the court and score. Trip Palmer lays it up and in. He's got 5 on the afternoon, and San Juan increases the lead by 2 off the hop, 21-14. Kanab has it back in. Broncos doing a great job defensively against this Bronco team, or Kanab team. And there's a 3 on the way. Just as I say that, Tice Hill hits the 3. Oh, they gave him 2, excuse me. So that's a break for San Juan. And now the Broncos working it on the perimeter. It's tipped away and knocked out of bounds by San Juan. So Kanab will get the ball back, trailing by 5, 21-16. Forcing the turnover against San Juan there. And the Cowboys will work it in. Here is Castino driving, kicking underneath the bucket. Now they find Visser wide open. He banks it in from the right side. They had 3 guys who closed in and were in close to the bucket there. And the Broncos all went to the ball. That left Visser wide open. Now it's stolen away again by Kanab. And so the Cowboys with a little fire here, back to within 3. They could tie with a 3 here. Glover has the basketball. Little high five for Visser as the 2 pass each other. There's a low 5, I guess. Now Brown drove, stopped. He'll come back out on the perimeter. Now goes around Cole Duke. Pulls up and hits the 5-footer. Kyle Brown now has 6. And it's a 1-point game suddenly, 21-20. The Broncos' lead has been trimmed. San Juan has turned the ball over a couple times here in this quarter. In the corner, Trip Palmer has it down there. Pulls inside the arc, misses the jumper. Jagger Neves, good hustle, but can't get to the rebound. So now Kanab has a chance to take their first lead of the game. Putting up a 3, unable to hit was Tice Hill, though. And a whistle on the rebound, a foul against Kanab. And that will be the second on Carson Visser. It was a defensive rebound for San Juan. And the Broncos now could increase their lead. It's been trimmed to 1, 21-20. This has been a very low-scoring game. In fact, we're kind of basically on pace to finish 40 all. Wow, Glover kills himself going for the ball on the baseline here, but he hops up and acts like nothing happened. He might feel that tomorrow. He's definitely not going to let anybody in the gym know that he felt it right now if he did. So
yeah, he probably didn't feel anything if you talked to him. Didn't feel a single thing there.
That's right. And the Broncos, meanwhile, keep the ball for his effort. So San Juan working it now. George McNaughton hands the Trip Palmer, and the ball stripped away from him by Kyle Brown, they say cleanly, as they let him play. And now George McNaughton called for a foul, even though he pretty much got all ball. And so they'll call George for his second down the other direction. It was a steal for Kanab. And Glover will go to the line to shoot a couple here for Kanab. So this could give the Cowboys their first lead of the game. But no, that's not going to be the case, as they are now 0 of 4 from the line as Latimer Glover misses the first of the two. He missed the second as well. But an offensive rebound for Kanab, and they'll have a chance to shoot to gain the lead, but they can't as Tice Hill misses another three. Now a rebound for San Juan. Broncos will run it across. I think right now the story of this game has been the cold shooting for Kanab. I don't know what their season average is, but man, they've been pretty cold in this. But another steal for Kanab here. I think they've had 3 or 4 steals here in this quarter. Brown goes to the hole, a little bit right of the bucket. Too hard off the glass on the miss. It's rebounded by San Juan. And the Broncos have it in the front court. Baylor Nielsen up top, now to Jagger Neves. I've noticed they're not giving Baylor as much room as they did early in the game. Some tap passing here. And Trip Palmer ends up getting the ball left of the bucket, but way too short on the shot off the glass here. That may have been partially blocked. Kanab gets the loose ball. A 3 on the way, no good from Visser. And rebounded by San Juan. Trip Palmer will pull up from 10 feet and miss. And the teams right now just trading misses in this game, as Castaino will take a handoff from Kyle Brown at midcourt. And the senior guard will work it in. Now a quick drive to the bucket. He rolls it up and in, and Kanab finally takes their first lead of this game. So quietly they've come back in this and now lead by 1, 22-21. Cole Duke and Baylor Nielsen working some quick give and goes in the perimeter, and now San Juan working it inside. It goes off the hand of Jagger Neves up on the wing, but he corrals the loose ball. He'll go to Cole Duke, top of the key. 10 on the shot clock. George McNaughton takes a pass, drives the bucket, goes up for the layup. He's fouled. He'll shoot 2, and this is going to be the third on Carson Visser. And so McNaughton will go to the line for San Juan. The Broncos 50%, 2 of 4 on the night. And George McNaughton drains the first. That's a key bucket that ties us back up. 22 all as Visser and Hill come out for Kanab. And it is Easton Gilberg, and I didn't see the other guy who came in. Jagger Neves gets a rebound too high off the glass. Now they call Trip Palmer over the back on the rebound. So McNaughton missed the second foul shot. The Broncos did get the rebound, but Neves was unable to score, and Trip Palmer gets the foul on that ensuing play. Now Brown will walk it in for Kanab. We're all tied at 22. Castaino driving baseline will kick as he does, and Glover out on the wing decides to give it back to Brown. Glover was open. Now Brown puts up the 3. Rebound is forced out of bounds by Kanab, so San Juan will get the dead ball rebound, as Kyle Brown can't score for the Cowboys. All tied at 22. 3 minutes is all that remains in the third quarter. These teams on pace for like a 38-38 final right now, I think.
Yeah, we might see an ending score under 50 for both sides here. Kind of a low-scoring game.
That's a 3-point miss for Baylor Nielsen. I mean, the shooting in this game is abysmal for both teams, I think, right now. There's another miss. That one may have been blocked as Easton Gilbert misses from 3. I'll have to fix that. I put up a 2 here. Let's see. My iPad's even slower than me as George McNaughton can't score. Now he scores on the putback and a foul. Great tenacity there by George McNaughton, and he's got an add 1 opportunity. So Gilbert missed the 3. It was a defensive rebound for San Juan. McNaughton missed his first try, an offensive rebound. Then he scored plus the foul. Misses the foul shot, though. The foul was the second on Glover. I think I've got it all correct here. No, excuse me. There was a blocked shot for San Juan in all that. Now, meanwhile, a 9-footer is no good for Castaino. Kanab saves it from going out of bounds, and a 3 rims out. I didn't see who put that shot up. I think that was number 11, apparently, Glover. And an offensive rebound in there for Kanab. Defensive rebound now for San Juan. And Trip Palmer is called for a travel here, so that will turn it over. San Juan slim 24-22 lead here with under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. 1:56 left. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it ourselves. It is high school hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Blue Mountain Foods, Monticello's hometown grocer, offers fresh meat, deli, bakery, and curbside pickup. Check BlueMountainFoods.com for weekly specials. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 64 West Center Street.
Canyonlands Tire and Blanding offers top quality tires, auto repairs, and fast service. Stop by for all your tire needs. Your local tire experts at Canyonlands Tire.
At Red Mechanical, we believe strong communities start with strong support, and that includes cheering on our local high school athletes. We've proudly served the Four Corners with dependable HVAC and plumbing solutions, keeping homes and businesses comfortable season after season. From the field to your front door, we're here for you. Red Mechanical, proud supporters of high school sports and our local communities.
San Juan Building Supply in Blanding has lumber, tools, and building materials for any project. Enjoy quality products and expert advice. Call 435-678-2000 or come in and see us at 1050 South Main Street.
Welcome back to Kanab High School as the Cowboys open it up with an alley-oop bucket for Kyle Brown. That was beautifully designed. And the Cowboys have tied us up again, 24-all out of the Kanab timeout. So you didn't miss much. Just that bucket from the Cowboys, and now San Juan has it back in the offensive end in a game that looks like it'll probably go down to the wire. Jagger Knees flying by the bucket, threw it up there, no good, rebounded by the Cowboys. And Castino will weave his way into the San Juan defense. Now goes around through the middle. A lot of foot movement here in the second half. Here's Glover out high, drives in, has to pull back, hands to Brown. He's going to weave his way through the D, pull up from 5 feet, no, and rebounded by San Juan. The Broncos defense doing a great job right now, giving Kanab fits as the Cowboys knock the ball out of bounds here at midcourt in the Broncos transition. And Cole Duke will now get it in once again to Jagger Neves. He tries to call a play. I'm not sure if they were sure what he was calling. And now the ball kicked by Kanab as Castino threw the leg into the air. So San Juan will reset with 24 on the shot clock. And Jagger Neves takes the inbound pass from Cole Duke. They work a little give and go. Now Baylor Nielsen on the left side. He hasn't had a whole lot of shot opportunities since the first half. As Trip Palmer now takes a pass, dumps it under the bucket for George McNaughton. A lot of contact under there. They let it go. And the ball goes out of bounds off Kanab. So San Juan will keep it here now with just 7 left on the shot clock. Neves lobs it up for Trip Palmer out at the top of the key. He tries to go down low for Baylor Nielsen on the cut, but it's intercepted by Kanab. And the Cowboys will run it across, now pull up. Anderson has it in the midcourt paint with 15 seconds to go in the quarter. So the shot clock is off, and now down to 8 seconds. Castino driving right, reverses, crossover dribble, tries to go around Baylor Nielsen. Now the ball off Kanab, out of bounds as Tice Hill couldn't handle a pass. That's a turnover against the Cowboys, just their third of the game, unless I've missed some. San Juan, a football pass. Trip Palmer is fouled as he shoots the three, but they swallow the whistles, and the shot sails over the glass, out of bounds at the buzzer. And, I mean, there was a lot of contact during that shot. I don't know what else to say.
Like I said earlier, I don't know if these refs have plans for this afternoon.
They
but
must.
There was a lot of contact right there at the buzzer, and they didn't blow a whistle. None of them did.
So we've settled absolutely nothing. It's 24-all after 3 minutes of play between the visiting San Juan Broncos and the number 1 ranked Kanab Cowboys. We'll take another break and return for the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. It's the fourth and final game of a 4-game weekend. High school hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Red Sands Geomatics delivers professional land surveying and mapping services, accurate, responsive, and fairly priced. Now serving the Four Corners area. Call or text Tyler at 435-459-2215 or visit redsandsgeomatics.com for a free quote.
San Juan Credit Union. Your money, your future, your credit union. We have branches available in Blanding, Monticello, and Bluff. Come on down and see us.
San Juan County Adult Education empowers adults with technical, business, and college skills to join the workforce, earn a high school diploma, or GED. Visit a USU Learning Center or email gina.grover@sjsd.org to learn more.
Welcome back to Kanab High School as Cash Palmer goes hard to the hole. He's hit. Jagger Neves wiping out, throws up a miracle shot, and it goes in as we start the fourth quarter. Welcome back, high school hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live, as that's the way the fourth quarter starts. So a miss from Cash, but an offensive rebound for San Juan as they get the lead back 26-24. Jagger could add one here, and that is the fourth foul on Carson Visser, and Neves does hit the foul shot. So he leads San Juan scorers with 9. In fact, that's a game high now for Jagger Neves. And Kanab has it, trailing by 3 now, 27-24. Man, they're just challenging Glover to shoot. I'm not sure why he won't take the 3. They leave him wide open at the top of the key. And now Visser misses a shot. Glover underneath the basket can't score. We're going to get a whistle on this rebound here. And I'm not sure. There was a crowd, so I don't know what they're going to call here. It'll be on Jagger Neves, it looks like. Oh, Cash Palmer, excuse me. So Cash put 1-2, not 2. So Palmer's first, if you can believe that today. And Glover hits from the foul line. I mean, it's only 3 more feet right there. And he hasn't taken the straightaway 3 that the Broncos are just conceding to him. But he hits from the line here. It's all mental a lot of times. Glover misses the second, San Juan rebounds it. Baylor Nielsen brings it in. Hands to Cole Duke, gets it back. They work it back and forth between the 2 players. Jagger Neves on the wing. Now Cash Palmer spotted Baylor Nielsen out high, but he couldn't get the shot, and now Glover does an amazing job to seal that away for Kanab. Brown runs the floor, misses the layup, but Tice Hill right there for the putback. So Brown couldn't score, and we're all tied at 27 after that series. An offensive rebound for Kanab is what made that happen. And 27 apiece here. 6:54 to go in this game now as we are into the fourth quarter. High school hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. Brought to you in part this afternoon by Flights Gymnastics, a proud supporter of local sports and a great start for your kids. Four Corners Regional Care Center, a skilled nursing and rehab facility in a caring setting. Jones and DeMille Engineering, from infrastructure to quality of life, engineering the future of rural communities. Napa Motor Parts, get everything you need in Blanding and Monticello. Big thanks to all the sponsors who make the broadcast possible. We could not do it without you, so huge thanks to all you faithful sponsors back home. As San Juan will inbound out of this timeout, and Jagger Neves has the basketball. He'll dribble it across the line. Under 7 minutes to go in the game now, and this has been a fun one, although not high scoring. 27 all. Here's a miss for Jagger Neves, but a great play as Trip Palmer will score on the putback ultimately. Neves missed the 3, but an offensive rebound for San Juan and a great pass from Cole Duke to Trip Palmer in traffic under the bucket.
Yeah, Cole Duke looked like he had rockets on his feet there. He came flying in to get that rebound. So
yeah, the Broncos have been doing a good job crashing the boards and just coming from all over the place to get loose balls tonight. There's a shot no good for Brown. Rebound, putback try for Visser. Not a putback, but a shot, a return shot. And let's see, this will be a foul on Brown, I think, on the ensuing play. It is his first. And the second for Kanab. Neither team has gotten anywhere near the bonus in this game. These refs officiated the girls' game and now also the boys' game. And, man, They have not called a lot of fouls. That's why this game has gone so fast. Jagger Neves on the wing for the Broncos. Goes underneath for Cash Palmer. There's case in point as his shot is swatted. Rebounded by Kanab. And the Cowboys will bring it back in. I'm not sure it was a clean block, but in these refs' mind, all night tonight, all the blocks are clean, I'm pretty sure. As Kyle Brown has it out high. Man, I tell you what, Glover will get the ball out on the perimeter, and the Broncos just give him space all day, and he's not taking any shots from out high. Now it looks like Glover is going to be pushed out of bounds by Cole Duke. That'll be a foul on this rebound, as Brown had missed another shot, and so Cole Duke will be guilty of his second. Both teams with 2 fouls in the quarter now. And 5:26 is all that remains. It's a 2-point lead for San Juan on top of the number 1 team in 2A basketball, the Kanab Cowboys. Here's Tice Hill with it in the wing, on the corner, Brown gets a pass out on the wing. He'll dribble to the top of the key. Little pick there set up by Glover, but it kind of collapsed. Now Glover sets another pick. Castano goes around it this time. And now Brown out high on the top of the key, trying to work around Cole Duke. He does into traffic, and he throws up a miracle ball that goes in off the glass. And sometimes that's what it's been tonight. These defenses have been playing very well. San Juan forced the bad shot right there, but Brown caught a break as that one rolled in. Jagger Neves goes right side for Baylor Nielsen. Good head fake. Now gives it back to Neves at the top of the key. Lob it up underneath for Cash Palmer, and unmolested, he rolls it up and in as it kind of opened up for him under there, and suddenly there was nobody challenging the shot. And he makes good on it. The Broncos back in the lead by 2, 31-29. We are almost halfway through the fourth quarter here in what has been an exciting game with San Juan looking for a huge upset here today. Here's a 3 on the way from Castano, yes. And so finally they get one of their 3 balls to fall, and that gives Kanab a 1-point lead, 32-31. 32-31, 4:09 left in the game. The Broncos call a timeout. We'll take it 2. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
For over 75 years, San Juan Health has offered top medical care in Blanding, Monticello, and Spanish Valley. Visit sanjuanhealth.org for our services. San Juan Health, chasing perfection since 1947.
Utah Navajo Health System is a series of community health centers providing medical, dental, and behavioral health care to Utah Navajo. With operations in Blanding, Montezuma Creek, Monument Valley, Navajo Mountain, and Monticello, UNHS offers a remarkable variety of services to our patients throughout San Juan County and the northern portion of Navajo Nation.
Need fast internet in San Juan County? Emory Telcom delivers blazing fast fiber with no contracts and free installation. Power your home with reliable connectivity. Visit emorytelcom.com for details today.
Welcome back to Kanab High School. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. Coming out of this timeout, it's San Juan basketball. Jagger Neves has it at the top of the key for the Broncos. Now right wing for Cole Duke. His pass bounces to Jagger Neves. He'll send it into traffic to Trip Palmer. Palmer spins to the right of the bucket, missed the hook shot, rebounded by Kanab. Now the Broncos steal it away from Kanab and will run it back across the line. Jagger Neves drives through the middle. His shot deflected but gets to Cole Duke. They go to Trip Palmer in the middle again. His shot misses everything and rebounded by Kanab. So Kanab with the 1-point lead, 32-31. 3 minutes, 25 seconds to go in the game now, as Brown has it at the free throw line for the Cowboys. And now left wing for Glover. The Broncos challenging him to shoot the 3. He hasn't taken one all game, even though they've left him open out there. Now over on the far side, Tice Hill has it. They try to set a screen, or a pick, excuse me. He does roll around it, missed, airballed the shot. Tice Hill, and San Juan pulls down the loose ball.
I think he put himself in a tight spot there. He didn't know how much clock was ticking down until his team started saying, 5, 4. And
oh, yeah, I didn't
had to
realize
put up the shot.
I didn't realize it myself. So here's Trip Palmer in traffic out high. Jagger Neves down in the corner now. Now he'll go cross court to George McNaughton. He'll hand off. A lot of body contact in there. Baylor Nielsen will finally take another three, and this one off to the right and short. Rebounded by Kanab. And the Cowboys will walk it in. Here's Kyle Brown in the midcourt paint. 2:20 to go in the game now. Kanab has a 32-31 lead. The Broncos have led for the majority of this game. But Kanab has had two brief leads here in this late in the game. And now Visser will spin and shoot and hits. And I think 3 points is the biggest lead for Kanab here on the afternoon, 34-31. We're under 2 to go. So San Juan looking for some points. There's a Cole Duke three, no. They battle for the rebound, and it goes into the far corner to Kanab. And now Kyle Brown takes a pass out ahead of everybody. Uncontested layup. He has 12, and it's a 5-point lead. 36-31 as Kanab has stretched it a bit here of late. They've got all the momentum right now, down to 1:43 to go. So after leading all game long, the Broncos find themselves against it here, running out of time now, down by 5. High school hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live, brought to you in part by San Juan Pharmacy, serving San Juan County and supporting local teams for decades. Also, Westcott Motors, San Juan County's source for quality, affordable vehicles, westcott-motors.com. So I said we were on pace for a 38-38 final here tonight. Kanab has 36, San Juan 31, so the Broncos have fallen off a bit in this fourth quarter. And we'll see if San Juan can pull something impressive out here. They're going to have to dig deep, that's for sure, as they're looking for points and stops here. With only 1:43 to go, down by 5. I mean, it's still a two-possession game. You could take a lead with 2 threes here, but the Bronco three-ball shooting hasn't been very hot here in the second half. Jagger Neves will work it across now with Cole Duke. Hands left side for Trip Palmer. Broncos looking for some good looks here. Here's Duke straight away. Now Jagger Neves fakes, pulls inside the arc and hits the 17-footer. That's a start. Now the Broncos need a stop, down by 3. It's 36-33. And Kanab could possess this long enough to run it down under a minute to go. In fact, there'll be about 50 seconds left if they keep it for their entire shot clock. Castino will hand to Kyle Brown, and they are just keeping it on the perimeter right now. San Juan steps in to challenge finally. And now Brown hands over to the right side, Castino, excuse me. And now they'll go to the left side. A 3 is up, no good from Hill, rebounded by San Juan. And the Broncos running the floor, now losing the basketball. It's Kanab ball with 42 seconds to go. So San Juan commits the turnover. That's a tough one right there. And now the Broncos have got to press. Coach Nielsen is telling them to get into the front court here to press, but easily Brown will run that one across as San Juan was out of position, didn't get to the press soon enough, and now they'll have to pressure the ball here or Kanab can run it down to just a few seconds. San Juan's going to have to get in and try to take this ball away. Trip Palmer now will reach in and foul. Ultimately, with the Broncos running out of time, 20 seconds to go, and down by 3. Kanab could have possessed that for most of the rest of the time. So San Juan very slow to take action on the ball carrier there, and the Broncos still have some fouls to give before the bonus here. So they're going to have to try to get this ball away. The shot clock is off, and Brig Palmer will foul as he's come in off the bench for San Juan. And so now San Juan, if they foul, would put Kanab into the bonus, and that's what they do. Brig Palmer came on just to commit a couple fouls here, and now Kanab will have to shoot as Brown will go to the line, but only 17 seconds remain. So San Juan has to have Brown miss here both of his shots, and then the Broncos could tie with a 3, but we'll see how it goes. I doubt Brown's going to miss, and he doesn't. So that makes it a 4-point game, 37-33. It's a 2-possession game again. As Glover comes back in to close it out here for Kanab. And all of Kanab's players back in the defensive end here. Brown all by himself at the line. He makes both. So it is a 5-point game. San Juan, and now Glover comes flying out of nowhere. That's no shock. Boy, as he comes diving in like a missile to get the ball. He's been doing that all game, although I would say once he got possession, he was sliding on the floor. That probably should have been a travel, but instead it'll be Kanab basketball, and it's very likely that's going to be the final nail in the coffin as now San Juan will have to foul. It is going to be a timeout called by Kanab as they put forth some strong effort here at the end after trailing all game long and have the 5-point lead now in the waning moments.
I've never seen anybody slide with the ball and not get called for a travel, so
yeah,
it's very interesting that they didn't call that.
Well, they haven't really called a lot tonight, so yeah, I don't know. That's a tough break for San Juan. At this point, the time, I think, is the biggest factor. They'd need 2 buckets plus a stop. I think with only, I don't know what it is, 11 seconds left at this point. And so, yeah, tough one for San Juan on that situation. But, man, you got to be aware, I guess. And Glover bided his time and waited. And we knew that at some point he'd make a play diving somewhere tonight. He's been diving all over the place. And so, yeah, let's see. When this timeout clock goes off, let's see where we stand. There's not much time left. And now San Juan's going to be forced to foul here. 13.2. So, yeah, the Broncos pretty close to out of time. They're going to have to foul immediately, that's for sure. And, yeah, George McNaughton doing all he can to get a foul. That's his third. None of that matters at this point. Kanab is in the bonus. And it's Visser this time at the line. And makes the first. So, just when they needed it, the foul shooting heated up for Kanab, and they've got a 6-point lead now. So I think really if the only way that San Juan could be in reach at all is if Visser misses here, and he does. So that helps San Juan, but they're going to have to get an immediate 3 right here. You got to shoot the 3 ball right there. The Broncos don't. They do score 2 as Jagger Neves got it down underneath the Trip Palmer. Coach Nielsen is going to call a timeout after the bucket. And the Broncos down by 5 now, but only 3.6 seconds to go. So it would take a stunning miracle here for the Broncos to even be able to tie this game. They need 2 buckets here in 3.6 seconds. I guess, I don't know, maybe stranger things have happened, but it would really take something that I've never seen at this point. As Kanab has had a very strong fourth quarter, and not just what you would see on the stat sheet, but hustle plays like what you saw from Latimer Glover there to get the ball away from San Juan as the Broncos were trying to conserve time, let the ball roll down the court. But that's the type of play right there that you like to see your players making. And so now San Juan's going to try to intercept on this inbound play. That's their only hope. But Kyle Brown gets behind the defense. Not only do they get it in successfully, Carson Visser on the football touchdown pass to Kyle Brown, and he lays it up and in. And that's the way it finishes. A run by Kanab in the fourth quarter, and they down the San Juan Broncos by 6, 41-35. It was a hard-fought battle. The Broncos led for most of the game, so it's heartbreak for San Juan here tonight, looking for the upset on number 1, Kanab, and it was not to be. San Juan will split games on the weekend and head home with an 11-9 record. Boy, I'll tell you what, though, I think it's got to give you confidence that you can play with a team like this, and especially with the postseason approaching. I do hope that that's what the Broncos take from this, though you don't get the win. I think it's got to encourage you to know how tightly you can play the number 1 team in the state. We will take a break, and when we return, we'll discuss the final game stats. We'll see if Coach Easton Nielsen comes up for a conversation. Stay with us. It is High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Get the resources and quality of a big school education and the support of a smaller school at Utah State Blanding. Explore over 70 degree and certificate programs to find your perfect fit and experience personalized learning with small class sizes and dedicated faculty while getting the classic college experience. A Utah State education is affordable too, thanks to competitive tuition and tons of scholarship opportunities. Visit blanding.usu.edu to learn more about becoming an Aggie in Blanding.
In career and technical education, your classroom is more than a place to learn. It's where your future begins. Here, you'll gain real-world skills and turn your talent into opportunity. Learn the skills, build your dream, and step into your career starting today.
Desert Rivers Credit Union offers mortgages, low fees, and great rates for all credit scores. Enjoy local service and a nationwide ATM network. Desert Rivers Credit Union, for people, not profit.
Since 2009, Blue Mountain Hospital has set the standard for rural healthcare, bringing excellence in healing, quality care, and inspired staff to San Juan County. We offer the county's only accredited sleep center, compassionate labor and delivery, top-tier emergency care, and flexible dialysis options. At BMH, our comprehensive services are delivered by a passionate team. Visit bmhutah.org to learn more. We can't wait to meet you.
San Juan Public Health in Blanding offers vital records, immunizations, WIC, and health education. Protect your family's health with our services. Visit 735 South 200 West or call 43558733838.
Holiday Construction is your one-stop source for gravel, concrete, excavation services, and custom hauling. We've proudly served San Juan County with quality and dedication for over 40 years. Call Holiday Construction today at 435-678-2028. We're proud supporters of high school sports and our community.
Welcome back to Kanab High School. It is the High School Hoops postgame show now on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. A bit of a heartbreaker for the San Juan boys as they lead the #1 Kanab Cowboys all game, but lose in the end, 41-35. Kanab outscoring San Juan 17-11 in the fourth quarter to take the win. They outscored San Juan 27-16 in the second half. So a tough second half for San Juan as the Broncos suffer the tough loss here tonight and fall to 11-9 on the season. But boy, to lead Kanab for that long in the game and then suffer the loss is obviously tough for the Broncos. But we will take a look at some final game stats here as we close it out. And give me just a moment here. We did mention the score by quarter there very briefly. But let's see. We'll start with some team shooting stats. And, man, neither team shot very well at all in this. San Juan, 14 of 48 for 29%. Kanab actually had the edge. They were 17 of 54 for 32%. From two-point range, Kanab 14 of 32 for 44%. San Juan 11 of 31 for 36%. From beyond the arc, both teams made 3 threes tonight. Kanab was 3 of 22 for 14%. San Juan 3 of 17 for 18%. And from the free throw line, neither team amazing there either. Kanab 4 of 11 for 36%. San Juan was 4 of 8, 50%. The Broncos out-rebounding Kanab unofficially tonight, 39-32. 8 offensive rebounds for both teams apiece. Turnovers, San Juan losing in that department, 12-4. I had 2 block shots for Kanab, 1 for San Juan. 8 steals for Kanab and just 1 for San Juan. Individual scoring now, and Kyle Brown came on to lead the way as he has all season. 16 points, led all scorers tonight ultimately. It was an 8-point night for Carson Visser, 7 for Trey Castino, 6 for Tice Hill. From there, 3 points for Grady Anderson off the bench, a big 3-point bucket for Kanab, and 1 point for Latimer Glover tonight. But his big play was to secure the basketball when San Juan was trying to inbound late in the game when they still had a very slim chance. But that pretty much sealed the deal once Kanab got the basketball there. 3-point baskets, just 3 of them tonight for both teams. So 1 apiece for Carson Visser, Trey Castino, and Grady Anderson for Kanab. For San Juan, it was 2 for Jagger Neves and 1 for Baylor Nielsen. Broncos did not get a 3-point basket in the second half. Kanab got 2 of theirs, I believe, in the second half. So it was a tale of 2 halves tonight, to be sure. Individual scoring for San Juan, it was Jagger Neves leading the way with 11 points. Cash Palmer had 6. Sorry, Tripp, I missed Tripp. He had 9. Tripp Palmer with 9 points tonight. Then Cash Palmer had 6. 5 for George McNaughton. 3 for Baylor Nielsen. His lone 3 early in the game. His only points tonight. And then it was a 1-point night for Cole Duke tonight for San Juan. We already called the 3-point baskets for the for the San Juan Broncos. I don't know that Coach Easton Nielsen is going to come up and chat with us tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. Maybe I'll take one final quick break, and we'll see if he comes up to chat. Stay with us. We'll return to close out the postgame show. High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
With a changing economy and advancing technology, it's time that marketing and selling of real estate in San Juan County catches up. Four Corners Homes and Property Management is changing the game. Every Four Corners Homes listing includes 3D mapping and virtual tours, professional photos, a digital and global 21st century footprint, and marketing exposure that makes it easy for buyers to find and identify what makes your listing unique. Marketing and exposure sells real estate, and if you want the best, you need Four Corners Homes on your team. Find us at fourcornershomes.net or call 801-404-0058.
Welcome back to Kanab High School. It is High School Hoops postgame show on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live, and we're kindly joined now by Coach Easton Nielsen. And, Coach, I know that's a heartbreaking way to finish the weekend. Man, you guys led all game long and suffered the loss at the end. Pretty strong effort from the number one team out here to close it out. You guys kind of struggled in the second half, but, man, I'm up here thinking, and what I said on the broadcast when you guys are done is it's got to instill some confidence to know that you can play the number one team that well. That obviously bodes well for you guys going down the stretch in the postseason, but I know that doesn't console you at all after a tough loss here this afternoon.
I mean, yeah, we knew a lot of that coming in here. Really what today was about was come out and execute a game plan and give ourselves a good chance to win. And defensively, we did a really good job.
Yeah.
Holding these guys to 40 points on their own court, that's a great way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Got to take advantage of more opportunities on offense. We did have some good shots that could have given us the lead. Could have put us over the hump there to get us a win. I think we missed 4 or 5 free throws too. That could have made a difference for us by the end. But, a lot of good things. And I love the way we competed.
Yeah.
I love the way we competed. Our team looked really good this weekend. One more little step up, and we're going to be right where we want to be, But there's no question about who we are and knowing that anyone we play against, with our best effort, we can go out and be right there with them. We were today.
Do you feel like you guys are coming into your own at this point and finding that consistency and identity and showing who you really are? Or do you feel like you still have a long way to go to show that?
Nope. I think we're in a much better place. I had the highest amount of confidence I've had all year coming into this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
For a lot of this season, especially early on, there was a feeling of, I hope the best version of us shows up. And
Right.
Now it's starting to feel more like we know how to be a competitive team. We know how to be a high-level version of ourselves. We know what it's going to take, and we're executing that right now in a lot of ways. A few more adjustments offensively, a few more opportunities taken advantage of, and we're going to be right where we want to be.
All right, Coach, anything you wanted to add before you hop on the bus? Or I don't know, do you guys get special considerations as coaches? You guys get the plush cars on the way home, or the SUV?
Nope.
You ride the hard bench on the bus.
We're
huh?
on the bus. Yep, we're
That's
right
what I'm
there
talking
with
about.
them.
Right in the trenches. Anything you wanted to say to the viewers or listeners back home before we sign off?
Bring the noise this coming weekend. We got senior night Friday night, Saturday. You know, these boys, I said it last time, they've competed hard this year. And with a win this weekend and a very competitive effort tonight, we are as a team in a really good spot to make a run at the postseason and make a run at where we want to be. And we need all the noise we can get, all the love and support we can get for these boys. And we'll be right there.
Yeah, Friday and Saturday, a couple more tough ones against Enterprise and Beaver before you close it out against Grand in a couple weeks. But, yeah, this should be a fun one this coming up weekend. You got a few days to prepare, maybe to nurse some of the wounds and or injuries or anything that needs to be worked on. So should be rested and ready to go Friday and Saturday. That should be a fun couple game swing for you at home. So, yeah, indeed, bring the noise. Everybody come out and support. And we'll be on the air, of course, Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live for those games as well. So thanks again, Coach. Appreciate it. Have a good, safe trip home, sir.
Thank you.
That's Coach Easton Nielsen as we close out the postgame show here this afternoon from Kanab High School. Again, San Juan suffers the tough loss here this afternoon, but they will get on the bus, come back home, and look to string together a couple wins at home in their third and second to last game of the regular season, if you can believe that. We were really tightening it down, winding it up right to the end. So we're going to end it in a little bit different way. We normally play the close and thank the sponsors again, but we'll rely on David Boyle to do that in Green River later on tonight. We're going to join the Monticello games already in progress, as it is a Region 19, a 1A Region 19 doubleheader between the Monticello girls and boys and the Green River girls and boys over there this evening. And so we're going to sign off. I want to say thanks to all the sponsors again, and want to say thanks to Caleb Carr and Cortland Lyman here on the StreamUtah.Live side and making it happen over here. We will see you as far as San Juan goes next Friday and Saturday. I know there's going to be some Monticello games midweek next week, so be sure to stay tuned for the sports report and on the Red Rock Morning Show, and we'll let you know what's coming up broadcast-wise this week. But as for us, it'll be Friday and Saturday next, and I believe that'll be a 5:30 tip-off with the girls. Enterprise and Beaver next weekend in Blanding. Those should be some fun ones, so be sure to tune into that. I'll sign off from Kanab, and we will join the Monticello and Green River games already in progress in Green River. Have a great, from Kanab High School, Rhett Sifford on behalf of Cortland Lyman and Caleb Carr. Have a great rest of your weekend, high school sports fans.